Hello, hello. Looks like we got people in the chat already.
We live?
Well, we're getting live, yeah. I'm stepping around Toby a little bit. Happens.
He's funky, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Oh, there we are.
Are we live?
We're live now.
Okay.
We should be live now.
I'm almost done.
Hey, everyone. Are we live? I'm not hearing anything. Maybe we're not live. Oh, wait. We'll look at chat.
I can't hear. Well, of course I can't hear you.
Of course I can't hear them at all. Just set my glasses over there. On the lenses, of course. Cheeseaholic is the first one that I see on mine. We got Steve D and Will Connors and Jerry Can Cosplay and Dan Does Junk. They're all in the chat saying, hello, everyone, and hello to the doggos. Yeah, I guess the doggos are here.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome. So, yeah, no stream last week because I had a contract shoot. I got to go out and fly the drones for the state of California again, which is fun. I got to go to a dam and shoot pictures of a dam inspection. And damn, was that fun. It was a lot of damn fun. I got some good damn footage. But the sad thing is, I can't show most of it to you. The Department of Water Resources is a little sensitive over having particular pieces of infrastructure close up being shown. They're real picky, but then they'll put videos out, and it's not my call what I can and can't show. But a little later, maybe not too much later, I do have some stuff I want to show and some stuff I want to share, and I'm trying to pick things that shouldn't be sensitive because it's all stuff that anybody can see if they just have a boat. Because after the fact, I noticed something kind of fun once I got back from the dam. You know, I shared a few pictures on Discord, so you guys have seen those pictures. But then, yeah, I was watching a movie and realized, oh wait, a movie was shot here.
You know that damn road.
I know that damn road. I know that damn gate. Jerry Can Cosplay is asking if I've hurt my arm. I went and had some blood drawn to do some tests this morning. They're trying to see if I'm alive. You know, trying to make sure that...
Do you bleed?
Do I bleed? I didn't, actually. It took 2 tries. So the first person did the left arm here, came by with the butterfly needle. It's like, all right, we do that. No. It's like, wow, that one hurt. No.
Feel like a pincushion?
Yeah, a little bit. I almost always do. And then I rotated. She started looking at the other arm. Okay, I really need to be here, Toby. I rotated the chair. The same phlebotomist starts looking at my other arm, then stops and calls over the trainer who's training somebody new. It's like, all right. And then same thing. We talk about the arms and talk about the way things go. And finally picked one that's, instead of where I used to give blood, so I'd go to Blood Source was the name of a place that you would go and just give blood or give plasma, and they almost always do right on the inside of the elbows. Yeah, so the doctor here today decides that she went up here. She found a vein up here she liked a lot more, so that's where they stuck me. Yeah, she did it. There it is.
I haven't been able to get blood yet.
Oh.
I've always been turned away because I'm too little.
Oh. Okay.
And I've been anemic.
Okay.
And so they don't want mine.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
When I was giving blood and when I was giving plasma, it was a lot of fun because, and I say this jokingly, I don't know if it's here. Yay, so glad to have you back on stream, Odin Felicia. Sorry I missed the previous live stream. We've been busy. Well, no one's telling us they can't hear us, so I assume the audio is going out.
Oh, good.
When I was giving blood, of course, you go and you give a full unit, which is what, a pint of blood in one of those blood bags. Well, being down a pint of blood is enough for me to pass out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say get really drunk.
You can do that too, but I didn't. Sitting in the chair, it was interesting. The very first time I did it in a bus, I passed out. And then a couple other times, both doing plasma, where you're not supposed to because you're getting all the... You're
keeping your red blood cells.
You're keeping the red blood cells and stuff. But still, it was just this severe drop in blood pressure. And I'm telling this to the lady this morning when she was going to do my testing, because the test isn't quite that much. It's like half that much or a third that much. Well, it was like 8 tubes. There was a whole battery of tests they were doing.
Seen all the tubes? And
yeah. I finally went to go see the doctor the first time forever. And he's like, all right, we'll order you some tests. He's like, are you ordering tests or are you playing a game? Yes, that's what this morning. Anyway,
thorough.
yeah. So I was warning her, and the thing that interested her a little bit was when I was letting her know, yeah, I can always tell when I'm going to pass out because my sinuses start feeling like they're ice cold and full of ice water, and they start feeling. I get the sensation of like something's being sucked into, even though I'm not inhaling. It's just this feeling of, yep, I'm.
My hands go very veiny, and I go, that's crazy. I should sit down.
And so she was checking in on me a lot. It's like, no, I'm fine. And
Right.
And it's like, is it the needle? No, the needles don't bother me. And yeah, well, that feels like a needle. It's like, no, that's not an issue. It was just a sudden drop in blood, blood pressure. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting news for the weekend.
I'm being medically responsible.
Yay!
Yeah. Yay!
Healthcare's not easy.
No, it's not easy. Oh, I like the. So you get the little purple trim on it.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't enough fabric to. So, in order to have seam allowance, I would have lost about an inch or so of the center front, and I wanted to lose as little fabric as possible. So
Okay.
I put in extra fabric, and instead of doing black, I did a little pop of hot pink just because I wanted to.
Cool.
And it's just a little pop.
So this is just this was a pullover hoodie that you're modifying for a friend, right?
Yeah, it was
Turning
a
it to
pullover, and now it's a zip-up hoodie.
Nice.
Because, you know.
Because you can. No,
Yeah.
the pop of color is cool.
It's very subtle, but it's bright. They can't see it on the camera.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Yeah.
Bummer there. See
But
if you
it's
can't.
this bright of a pop. Yeah.
So this is the bright of the pop, but it's just in the inside of the zipper. So you did this because cutting the pullover.
I extended the seam allowance because I'm cutting out the center front, and you have to sew. You have to tuck it under and finish your edges, and you have to attach it to the zipper, and there needs to be overlap. And in order to not lose as much in the front of that happening.
Right. Because you cut it, you fold it over, and then you're losing.
Yeah, and then you have to fold it onto the zipper. It's just like finishing your edges and having a zipper in there. It eats up some of the fabric.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so I just sewed on a little extra.
Okay.
So that I extended my seam allowance just a little bit so I wasn't, changing the shape dramatically. A quarter of an inch isn't going to make a big deal, but once you get into a full inch, it does kind of start to feel a little off.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Sure.
So.
I can appreciate that. I don't know the design. Do you know the design?
I didn't ask. Yeah.
I don't know.
It was already done. I just needed to trim my edges.
The text down here is readable, but
I don't know.
it says the smaller the text, the more important it is. The smaller the text, the more important it is. The smaller the text, that's all it says. Repeated over and over and over again. The smaller the text, more important it is. It all says Moon Racer. Oh, interesting. Moon Racer. Guess what shirt Chris is wearing? Moon Racer, if I remember right.
I don't know. I don't ask questions. I just do. Actually, there's my bag.
This says Moonrise. Is that Moon? Is it Moonrise or Moon Racer? Did I read it wrong?
I don't know.
That does say Racer. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately,
It says Moonrise.
this says Moonrise, so it is actually different.
Okay.
Oh, I failed.
Whatever.
All right.
All right. That is done and off my plate, and I don't have to think about it anymore. Yay!
Oh, that is good. Hello, I'm Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And welcome to the Patreon-only portion of this Monday's live stream.
Yeah, where I'm working on something completely different, but we should be working on Proton Packs today. Actually, the Neutrino one.
And now for something completely different. Yeah, we'll be working on the Neutrino wand, Neutrona wand, the energy thrower, the
Neutrina.
Neutrino, yeah, Purino wand.
Is it masculine or a feminine?
A
A little bit of both? Depends on
little
who
bit of
you're
both.
asking?
Do we really want to analyze this? I think.
But isn't Neutrino and Neutrina both interchangeable within the universe.
As far as I know, it is interchangeable within the universe. I'm not sure. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But, So a couple of weeks ago, we got all the parts laser cut out. Well, actually, that was more like about 4 weeks ago. We started getting all the parts cut out.
Right. Now we got fancy puzzle pieces that are too legit to quit.
Yeah. Then 2 weeks ago, we had Dan Does Junk came by and visited us here in the studio, which was awesome. Thank you very much for dropping by and saying hi, Dan. I might be asking Lee if he wants to come by next week, because as I understand it, you're going to be not available next Monday.
Yeah, I'm going to be going down south.
Sweet.
Go visit my sister. It'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
So I won't be here.
So I do plan on streaming next week. If I have to, it'll be me all by myself.
Yeah, because my flight's at noon. And I'll get in Sacramento at 2 when you're done.
Yeah, that won't work. Yeah, so if Lee Breathwaite is able to or is interested, it would be fun to have you drop by, and maybe we can eat some spicy things. And we can either work in the Neutrino one or play Lego or both or neither or something. And of course, if Lee is not available, then we'll figure something else out.
Yeah.
But there's warning. Maybe Jerry can drop by. Hey, Jerry, why don't you drop on by? Just pop over. It's a short flight. 14 hours.
Oh, just a pop.
Just a pop. Totally worth a 3-hour visit. Okay, we're done. Go home.
Back to the airport.
Back to the airport. Yanala says that they can't give blood because of living in England during the time when mad cow disease was going around. So, still can't, huh? Jerry Can, speaking of, says they always find it hard to find my veins because the tattoos get in the way. All right. And Dan is saying, thanks again for allowing me on the live stream. It was awesome. At least I won't be there this time to impede progress. Laugh out loud.
It's part of working on projects, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Having people visit is always a plus. Steve D says I don't give blood because my body always ends up feeling like a pincushion and nothing comes out.
Yeah.
And and Dan does junk. Despite being a fan of horror and gore, I can't look at my own blood being drawn. Maybe because those are movies compared to me giving my blood for real. Rob Bottin, the guy that did a couple little movies. The Thing with Kurt Russell, Seven, the original RoboCop. He can't stand the sight of real blood. Like, passes out, can't stand the sight of... It's a story I told before, but for the movie Seven, the director, David Fincher, wanted realism for the autopsy scene for the one victim they're autopsying, doing the autopsy on. So Rob contacts the L.A. coroner and actually... I was
going to say the morgue?
Well, the morgue, yeah, but goes in to see an autopsy performed.
Oh.
Right? So here's
What's
the person. What's it really look like? Yeah. And so knowing up front that he doesn't like the sight of blood, the technician was really nice, and she explains everything to him. It's like, okay, we use this tool, we make cuts like this, and then we do the thing here, and we do, and doesn't do anything, and gives him all sorts of notes. He goes, okay, you ready? Sure. She goes, this is the Y incision. I'm out.
Were you there when we did that autopsy scene at the church?
No, I didn't see the one at the church.
Were you at any of them?
No, I don't think I've done any.
You just built the sets?
I built a lot of the sets for Smosh,
yeah.
And so a lot of the props, and a lot of medical things. It was a lot of fun hanging out with like the graveyard, going to be thrown away medical equipment for the hospital. And they're like, yeah, no, take it. We don't have to pay to have it hauled away. But no, I wasn't there for most of it.
Okay, I was just having like flashbacks. I was like, oh yeah, that's the time Paula and I had to make. I was at a church in their kitchen.
Right, because they had all the stainless steel stuff, so it would look okay. Sure.
That was an interesting shoot.
Oh, I bet.
Did you hear the stories?
No, I don't remember this shoot at all.
Okay. Anyways, never mind.
Well, apparently we're not going to hear the stories. It's that time when that thing happened, and it was super embarrassing, so we're not going to talk about it because it's just being...
Pretty much.
But Bruno will.
Yeah, but the drama.
Okay.
It was fun. But yeah. Autopsy scene. In a church.
In a church.
Yeah, no, but I could see it. Like, we were going for real.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
No.
We thought we were all cool getting the dirt under the fingernails and stuff.
Right. Nope. You have to go do it for real.
No, we got Barbasol to get the fake blood off. It's sweet, tastes like candy. Like it's edible. Because you have to have the edible blood.
Yes.
And stuff. Anyways. Yeah, no, it's completely different when it's sugar.
Mm-hmm. So, and when you're the one who did the most of the sculpting and are potentially pumping the blood to make it leak, and you know everything is...
You had the rig set up, like,
Yeah.
practiced a few times, like, psh, oh, okay, we good.
This will work, sure. Yeah.
But then, yeah, no, that's different than being real.
Right. Very. And I totally can appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fun times, right?
Right. Wow, I had a thought in there, and I lost it completely. But anyway, yeah.
Blood, gore.
Blood,
Smosh
gore,
stories.
real, smosh. I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, we're here, and we're live, and everyone's
Oh,
watching
that's
and
right.
judging.
Disgusting details that come to mind. Doing an autopsy, especially on someone you find once they've started decomposing. Vicks Vapor Rub here, so you don't vomit in the autopsy room because it blocks all the smell. You're just smelling vapor rub, and you reapply it
Just
vigorously.
burn your nostrils.
Just burn your nostrils out because
burn it all down.
it's way better than whatever else is in that room.
Well, now I have a very visceral reaction.
Yeah, I'm
Should
sorry.
we make like some glue smells?
Hey, let's make some glue spells. Thanks, Odin, for sharing.
Where's your glue?
That's on the table, on the side of my water. Make sure you use the glue,
it's
not my water.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, there we are. Iana is saying hi, Bruno and Toby. Jerry can't. Oh, he's on his way. Sweet.
Be here by next week.
Be here by next week. No, Jerry can probably make it by evening tomorrow. I mean, it's already evening for him now, right? It's not quite 8 p.m. So if he hops on a plane, yeah, we could probably see him tomorrow. Schultz is here. Strict Aphid. Mickey Rat.
He doesn't switch any time. He's not going to switch a day though, because he's going that way, not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he'll
He'd be traveling back in time.
pretty much. He'll take off a few hours. He'll land a few hours after he took off.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because
And that flight's longer than, anyways.
Right. Now, if you fly to Australia, you're time traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to Hawaii and Japan, it depends on which way you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, it's a big world. Very big.
Mickey Rat says, I have a friend who used to use watered-down strawberry quick syrup with red food coloring added for fake blood. It was so sticky.
That's how you get ants. Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Like ants. And
Barbasol seriously gets that red out. Like, nothing takes the red out. Hand sanitizer doesn't, you know, like, Barbasol.
Gets
Specifically that brand.
the red out.
No, gets
Not like Visine drops?
the blood.
Oh, the blood red out of clothes
the
and off skin.
stain from using fake blood.
Okay.
Nothing works like Barbasol. You have
That's
to just
interesting.
get the foam, let it sit, and then you'll see it start to turn pink because it will wick the color up into the foam.
Huh.
And it pulls the red off of your skin. The best for getting the blood off. Because,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I used to get like a stomach ache every time like the script would say blood. I'm like, tag nabbit. I need to have 5.
Right. You got 5 for the costume because you can't clean it.
You can't, one take, you know, don't we have more? We only have these many takes. And then also if the first take, there's blood left over on the set, and you rub, it's worse than glitter.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So, just, you know,
Yeah.
it's the weird levels of stress. But, yeah.
The best solution for blood that I've read about, especially with those crime shows and TV shows that go out on location.
It's just have the solid, not have real gooey.
Yeah, and have real gooey blood. It's a soft resin cast blood puddle. They just lay down on the floor.
But those
and when
lovely
it's done, they pick it
splatter
up.
machines you built, Odin.
Yeah, well, that
That
was requested.
splatter.
It was requested.
And it's live gushing blood.
That's what they said they wanted.
So, yes, of course it's like all those weird challenges that you're like, shit,
Right.
I need to have like a cleanup plan.
Yep.
Can't clean this up any faster. I want to take another take.
Dad does joke is like, wait, worse than glitter? Ooh, that is serious.
Because it stains.
Yeah.
Gets everywhere.
You can't
and
just
you think
vacuum
you
it up.
cleaned it all up and there's just one little spot and all of a sudden, you know?
Right. And of course, everyone always has to wear white.
So it shows up better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked
Yeah.
green too.
Okay, you can see that.
It didn't look brighter red on green, but it just kind of, I liked the contrast.
Okay.
When we did zombies.
Sure.
Yeah, and I also like to do zombies in suits.
Zombies in suits?
Yeah, suits.
Okay.
Or, like, if there was a zombie, I like to make, if the people had to run by, I'd like them in suits or dress wear, because why would those people run? It's not normal. Because, like, a jogger, okay, but, you know, see somebody jogging in a business suit, it's like, what's going down?
Okay.
So, anyways, blood. Yes, it was worse than glitter.
I believe you.
Glitter, there's tape, there's ways around it, but blood. We need to reset.
We're gonna reset again. I remember they wanted to do the water rig, and they had like one shot because Anthony dressed as Zelda was gonna get soaked. That was the whole plan. And so everything's all set up, and because Link is gonna play the rain cloud music, and then of course it rains on Zelda, and Ryan just wanted to do a run through.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I would have had to do that. Would have been Jackie, because she has the Zelda outfit.
It could have been Jackie's Zelda outfit, but it was specifically Anthony wearing it.
No, I know, but she has the Zelda outfit that he would use.
Oh, gotcha.
Because she made a really amazing.
Yo, she did. Yeah. Fully.
Because we don't have a Zelda outfit other than if we have that outfit in the script, we call her. Anyways.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, why wasn't I there? Jackie. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. So get everyone all set up, and of course the water is outside the building. We're in the lobby of the Smosh facility. The water spigot is outside, having to run the hose in through a barely cracked door. Ryan just wants to do a test run, and no one really told the guy outside. And so this water. And you start hearing the air come through the hose. And it's like, roll camera! And it did their best to make it happen. Yeah, because it was not.
I remember that happening all the time.
Anthony was so pissed.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people that got to coordinate. And it is I remember that kind of stress. Oh, I don't miss it.
Think about it now. We probably should just use a camp shower or something where someone in the room can just go and it just starts gravity training.
Well, we know this now.
Yeah, we know this now. But
like, you have to make those mistakes to go, oh, yeah, we did this the worst possible way we could have. But
yes, we did.
We got the shot.
Yeah. If video game items were real, 3, I think is the one.
3, 2, 4.
Yeah, I think it was 3. I think it's specifically the one.
I don't remember. I feel they all kind of blended together because we usually shot 2 scripts at a time.
No, they definitely blended together, yeah. But it's one I pulled up a few times because there's so many video game things I built for that one video.
Specifically, that's where we got all the
And so I was like, hey, can you make that? Oh, I did for that. Hey, can you make the BFG from Doom? Oh, I did for that one. Hey, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, they all blend together. Well, that was a memory roller coaster, right?
There you go. So, for 15 minutes while we're still just with the patrons, before we get going with everyone else, last week on Monday I wasn't here because I got to do a drone shoot for the state of California. So, Pyramid Lake Dam was having their inspection. Just making sure the gates work, making sure things are up to code, nothing needs, right? Standard stuff.
Still there.
But it happened to be on the 10-year inspection as well. So there's a yearly inspection they do, but then there's a 10-year anniversary where they stop everything up and really check things out.
Yeah.
And so they wanted footage of this happening. So I got to go out and play with the drone and do this thing. I posted a couple pictures to Discord while I was there because... there's the mouse. Because it was fun, right? I could post some pictures of, wow, this is really hard to see over here.
I can't see. Those are tiny pixels.
Just open up. Oh, shit. Wow, there's no keyboard. All right. Is this going to let me... I'm so used to using it down here. And now I'm... Hi! Let's all watch Odin fumble with the mouse because it's fun.
We're just live watching you click around on your computer. I can see what you're clicking at.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, there it is. That's what I want. But I want this to go away, not now.
That looks impressive. That looks familiar.
Alrighty. Let's do this. Give me the keyboard from over here. Maybe that'll help me.
There's a keyboard over there?
There's a keyboard over here that should be working if I turn it on. This will give me arrow keys, which will make me so much happier. Oh, look at that. There we go. Alrighty. So there's a particular rock formation that happens out there because this is in Simi Valley. This is near the Star Trek rocks. So everything looks like... that's what I wanted to see. Everything looks like this, basically. They all look like this particular type of rock. Yeah, they can see that right now.
Okay.
Let's zoom it in. It's this diagonal rock. This is the same mountain range that the classic Star Trek rocks, the rocks that Captain Kirk fought the Gorn on, was on this particular range. And so I posted that picture. Here's a picture of the earthen dam. This is it back here in the background, and there's this railing here in the foreground. And of course, as I'm driving across the bridge, I like this rock because I'm joking about how I spent this whole couple days on the planet Vulcan. And here's from on top of the dam looking down. There's the same bridge I was just on and the roads. Well, what was fun was, to me, what was fun anyway. That's not what I want. That's what I want. I haven't watched Captain Marvel in a while, so I decided to go ahead and watch Captain Marvel. And yeah, I should have zoomed in on these a little bit, but okay, that's not what I want. But here's the same road. This is the same mountain range we just looked at, right? And this is the jet flies out of the wall next to the dam. Here's the same road. Here's the same bridge. This is, when they're driving into the facility, that's the dam. This is actually from the movie. That's the car Samuel Jackson and Brie Larson are supposed to be in. And they're driving up the road. There's the dam. You can actually see the spill gate here. And this is the dam. This is the top of the dam and the earthen dam as they drive up to the camera. Yeah, there's the bridge. So that was really kind of like, wait a minute, I was just there.
Hey, are they using my footage?
So I was like, wait a minute, it was just really cool to me. It's like, I know this place. It's not, that's not a standard thing to know.
Well, is it within the bubble? Because there's like that certain radius of within...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, as well as... what I was being told by the people when we were working on the dam is the road that we drove in on, which was this long, windy road. It had double yellow lines on it. It had a lot. That was the original road before Interstate 5 and before the dam.
Okay.
So that was the highway to come in. So it's this nice old big highway that was built to support a lot of vehicles, so you could get your shooting equipment in there, right? And now it just leads to the dam. Because the road used to just fall along the bottom of the valley where the water was, because it was easy, right? Just build it down. Don't have to, yeah, so.
Where the river did the carving.
Where the river did the carving, exactly. And, yeah, so that was, I don't know, it was just really fun. Really fun for me, anyway. Hopefully it's fun for some of you guys. Bridge, is there anything else here? Is the plane flying out? Because digitally the plane just flew out of the dam itself. So this one's a little brighter, but I don't know how many people know the movie. Let's make sure I'm on the right thing. I am. But down here is the parking lot. So when the car finally drives up the facility, they're coming up into this parking lot, and there's a little tunnel down here that leads into it because the dam actually generates power, right? So there's an infrastructure inside the dam that I didn't go into. So when they actually drive in, they drive in through the entrance down here that'll take them to where the turbines are. And in the movie, you can barely see the spillway, and you can really see the scarring up here where they cut the mountain down and made the emergency spillway. So this is the same type of thing that Orangevale got famous for a few years ago. But I don't know, that was just really fun for me. That this is the shot on top of the dam looking way. Here's the bridge again, and here's the road they drove down. I don't know. It was just neat to me because it's like, wait a minute, I know where this is.
This place is famous.
This place is famous. I'm sure that's not the only place it's ever been on, but...
no, I know, but you just saw it.
Yeah, I just saw it. That was really cool. And what's funny is watching it, right? The scene pops up, and you get that establishing shot of them driving down the highway. And, that went right past me. And they're talking back and forth for almost a minute with stuff driving by the window. You got like another shot of the car going by, and da-da-da-da-da. Not until they hit the bridge. It's like, wait a minute, I know that bridge. And that's when I finally clued in. I didn't notice earlier than that. So anyway, it was fun.
It's a small world. It's all here in California.
What I'm looking forward to is if I get to do any more of these contract shoots, which hopefully I will. I'm pretty sure V, the television series from the late 80s, the aliens that come down to take all the water from the planet. There's a matte painting. It was this one they used to do big effect shots by painting on a piece of glass, and they'd set that up, and you could shoot live action underneath it, and it's all in camera. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, there's a matte painting of one of the V ships with a bunch of pipes coming out of it, going down and just sucking the water up out of it. Those are some of the water pipes that are pumping at the end of the aqueduct when it goes over those passes. It's like,
they're like, oh, there's already pipes.
Yeah, there's already pipes.
They're pumping.
And they're in the radius, so let's just go out there and shoot there.
That's what a location scout is for.
Yep. So
makes sense to me.
Very cool. Very fun. Jerry Can says, I don't see a Gorn anywhere. No, unfortunately there was no Gorn on that particular day, but it'd be nice. Adam Trubiano. Wow, I'm butchering poor Adam's name. He actually has a question for you, Felicia.
Okay.
What is the best way to change trim for a Tonic or a Tunic on a cosplay?
Is it sewn on? Because if it's sewn on, I would get a seam ripper or a razor blade and cut the thread and just rip it off. If it's painted on or if it's screen printed on, I just cover it up and sew over the top of it.
Right.
Depends. If it's hot glued, just cut it off.
Just cut it off. Yeah, if it's hot glued, it depends on how well it's mashed into the fibers, because you can get hot glue to let go with rubbing alcohol, but if the hot glue has permeated the fibers, you're hosed.
Well, I worked at a costume shop. We took everything, so hot glue was an ever present. So
yeah.
I'd rather sew on feathers than hot glue on people. Just saying. But yeah, just cut it off if it's hot glue. But if you stitch it, you just cut the threads with a razor blade and just cut the threads behind it.
Right.
Pick the threads out. But yeah, you trim the thread.
Yeah, no,
I know it's such a simple thing, but it's not the easiest.
It sounds simple, but I get it. Because it also could be intimidating depending on how the design is. Like, if I cut this apart, am I going to be able to get it back together?
Well, you want it to be different.
It's true.
You don't want it to stay the same. This is not the part you like. Either take it off or cover it up.
You can just paint it. Hope for the best.
Well, then, if you're painting it, you have other issues, because is it vinyl? Vinyl doesn't like spray paint.
This is true.
Is it a fabric? Like, what type of fabric? Do you need to add some fabric medium to your paint? Do you want to use a spray paint? Is it going to become blotchy?
Generally speaking, I'm going to say you're not going to want to use like a normal spray paint.
They have a fabric spray paint specifically you can buy at the craft store. But even then, is it going to be blotchy? You still have to do tests, because, do it on a lampshade. When the lamp gets turned on, you see it.
You're going to see the blotchy.
Experience, right?
Oh, yeah. So you mentioned fabric medium. I have an idea what it's for, but what's the difference between a fabric medium and a fabric extra large? There is no fabric extra large.
Fabric medium. It's some gooey stuff you add to your paint that makes it paint on fabric.
Okay.
I don't know what the magical stuff is. It is just, hi, Bruno.
But it is an additive you add to acrylic paints specifically, right? And then it helps it to adhere to and become flexible for fabric. More flexible for fabric.
It helps it be able to be washable.
Oh, okay.
It makes, it kind of makes the paint more flexible with the fibers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the chemistry of or why, and I've used it and I've not used it, and I noticed it doesn't bother. You know what I mean? When you're painting, you kind of are accepting that you're gonna. Right. It's gonna have that crunchy look to it. It's like sometimes I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Ooh, crunchy cosplay. There's a name for you.
It happens, right?
Right.
But ultimately, I would just rip, like, the most professional way to do it is just rip the seams. Use a seam ripper, get a little razor blade. I used to use just razor blades, but just the blades themselves, not in a...
Right, just a straight razor blade.
Yeah, just straight razor blade, and I'd just pull, and, like, I had it all figured out, because...
Done that?
Way faster than using a seam ripper, because if a seam ripper looks like this...
Yeah, basically, yeah.
This is a dull point, and this point usually has a ball on it. And right in here is where it has a sharp razor blade.
Mm-hmm.
And so the point is, that you don't stab it with the sharp point, you cut it with the sharp on the inside.
So using this point to get behind the threads and then slide it along, which cuts the threads, and you're not stabbing the fabric.
Yeah. Now, when this blade gets dull.
Yeah, pretty much. They're cheap.
Right. Like, it's more of a pain in the butt than anything else. That I'm like, you know what, just give me the full sharp blade. Let me just... But you don't want to cut your fabric, so that's why they have all the safety precautions on the seam rippers. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, rip those seams out. And whether you reattach it with fabric glue or hot glue, it's up to you on, I don't judge. But I don't want to have to redo your work. I will judge. But...
Fully judge.
Fully judge. As I curse and swear and say, gosh darn it, what was I thinking? Anyways.
Yeah. It sounded so easy in my head.
But, yeah. Needle and thread, staples.
Yeah. Yeah, needle and thread, staples, Eileen's tacky glue.
Well, the Eileen's isn't going to be permanent. That's only if you want it to be temporary.
Okay.
Yeah. The Eileen's makes fabric stickers.
Okay.
Which will hold, but it's not going to hold, if that makes any sense.
Sure, but what about this stuff?
Okay, yes, that one, yes.
Okay.
I was thinking...
Because to me, I'm always thinking of the tacky. Eileen specifically makes a tacky glue. It's basically a white glue. It's got a little better stick, and it's got a little more flexibility.
Yeah, but they make my favorite kind of sticker glue.
No, that's great sticker glue.
The stuff I love because you can spray your fabric without getting like a horrible residue, and it's a reusable sticker. And it doesn't transfer onto the... If I spray it onto this, and then I stick it to that, it's not going to leave residue necessarily on that. It'll stay on this.
The last few minutes of the stream brought to you by Eileen's Tacky Glue and Super Tacky Spray Glue. No, it's really not. I wish it was.
I like
Eileen's, if you like it, please send us stuff.
Right. I like the repositionable one. That one's like my friend because sometimes you don't have like extra hands. And I don't know. So when you said Eileen's, I went here. You said Eileen's, you went here.
I went there because that's what I'm used to.
Because this one's permanent and it works great. I'm never patient enough to use it.
It is white glue. You do have a patience issue. Absolutely.
And I have none of those. No patience.
Dan Does Junk Lights Bruto's hoodie. Mickey Rat says Vasquez Rocks. Cool. Yeah, very. I love going to Vasquez Rocks. I've been there like twice. But yeah. Mariah Wood says, "Sup, y'all? Your shirts look really cool." And Zombie Prevention here to report that ghost and zombie activities are working. Oh, ghosts and zombies are working together. So we need you to save us with the Proton Packs.
Okay.
All right. I was expecting a report that they've got it under control, but apparently they need help.
I did have a nightmare where they did take over the other day.
Who, zombie did, or?
Well, yeah, there was an apocalypse, but we weren't talking about it. We were saying there were aliens instead, but it was really, there was something going around, and I was trying to get away from it.
Okay.
It was one of those nightmares that, you opened the door and you were in another room full of doors, and God damn it.
Yeah.
I need to wake up. So, jeez Louise.
So the people at Load Icon has talked to me and said, yeah, it should be no problem, zombie prevention people. We should be neighbors again. So they'll be October 2nd at Load Icon. So if you're interested, you're welcome to come along. If you are unavailable, that is okay.
Okay, I will let you know when I know better because...
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. This is back from eating lunch. Awesome. Shady, you missed some stuff. Better scroll up, Odin. Well, I know... If I roll over and end up on the floor, that's funny. What does it say on Bruno's jumper?
West Coast vibes.
West Coast vibes.
It was $1. I thought he was cute.
Bruno, all right.
He's like, no, I like that. Let's do it again.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yes.
Oh, hey, actually was able to read it. West Coast vibes. Dan Does Junk says, Weldwood should contact you as well. That'd be great. Yes. So I haven't got it put together yet, but I worked with Blick Blick Art Materials, or they worked with me, or whatever it was. One of the benefits of going to Silicon, I got to meet the people. I've got associate links again for Blick Arts. So if I put this thing together, and if you guys go buy anything from the Blick Art Materials website, anything from the Blick, it'll help support my channel. Use my links below to buy your materials from Blick Art Materials, including HD foam. Yeah.
Well, that's where you get your HD foam, and that's where you tell people to get it anyways. Well,
it's the only place you can get it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's exclusive for them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah, it is good.
I still want to see, like, you do, like, a foam sommelier. Like, this is this foam and this is that foam.
Oh,
this is couch foam. It's been sat on for 20 years.
Yes. Ooh, this is Sarah 1960. Oh, this is the good stuff. I know that, I was talking to Steve, and there's, like, 4 or 5 containers worth of foam coming in, like, right now, or got unloaded a week ago, because Blick got really low, but it's just massive reorder just happened, so.
Well, you kind of have to, like...
Yeah.
Yeah. When we run out of the one fabric, if you order in volume, you get to be more picky and say, I want this.
Yes.
If you don't have the volume, you have to get what they have.
Yes.
Makes complete sense from
It does.
a manufacturing perspective. But yay!
Yay. So yeah, very exciting. Very happy about that. And speaking of volume, yes, if you do go to Blick Art Materials, they've almost always got a deal where you purchase a certain amount of things, you reach a minimum dollar point, and then shipping is free. Which,
so it's worth it to get more for the shipping.
And it's not much. The shipping is low, because some places it's like triple digit. It's not. It's like $45, and sometimes it's $35.
So getting the 2 rolls versus the 1 is...
Exactly. You're buying 2 rolls of film and some paint, and you've hit your minimum.
Okay.
You know, it becomes totally worth it. I could buy another roll of foam, or I could pay for shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Does Junk says, that's awesome, Odin. I do need some paints. All right, we'll try and get that put together soon. Alrighty. And, Mariah's super excited about being out at LodiCon. So, yeah, totally going to see you out there. I'm going to be there.
I don't know what my life is like at that point yet. We will see.
And I'm already looking at maybe
Oh,
making...
Toby. Whew. Sorry.
So there's a biological leak here in the Odin Makes studio, so let's kick this over to public and share with everyone.
Oh.
Or Vicks Vapor Rubs for the whole crew.
Yeah, Toby's here.
Oh, yeah, he let us know.
He's making his presence known.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're saying Toby did it. It wasn't,
No, it wasn't Bruno.
not Bruno. Bruno's actually being a good dog slightly for once.
No, he gets what he wants at the moment. I'm
Yeah.
holding him. The attention.
Yeah. There we are. Save.
Sacrifice the Bruno. No?
Sacrificing your one and only Bruno.
Oh.
All right. Yanolith, yes. Yes, he did. Bruno looks very comfy, says Will Connors. I just clicked over to live to public. I don't think anyone is really clued in just yet, but we'll go ahead and say hey and welcome. It's now noon on Monday during the Odin Makes live stream. We were not here last week, but we're here this week. If you are just now catching up, know that the first 45 minutes or so of every live stream is reserved specifically for my Patreon members and members of my Discord.
Yeah.
So we did talk about why we weren't here last week. Go ahead and back the stream up and you can catch that. But right now...
We didn't make any progress on the wand yet, so
no.
we got to do that.
We need to
have
get progress
pieces,
on the wand,
but...
yeah. So, hello and welcome to the public portion of the Odin Makes live stream. Hi, my name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we're joined with Toby and Bruno and all the lovely smells that go along with having dogs that are are being dogs. So,
They're here.
They're here. They're letting their presence be known.
Yes.
Would you like to trade positions and start gluing stuff?
Right, I will get the master plan out so we know what we're kind of doing.
I've got the video over here on this laptop, which is hooked up to input 3. Although right now it's still showing...
Chris?
No, it's still showing Pyramid Lake, but that's all right.
We're not even on?
No, we're on.
Oh, okay.
See, we're in the upper right corner, so that means we're active.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, we are on to make a Neutrino wand. There's an A at the end, so Neutrino sounds right to me.
Yeah, it's weird because I swear in the movie or somewhere early on I was reading about being Neutrino with an O.
I know, and that sounds right too. It sounds more right, but I keep reading Neutrino, and I say both.
And it had another name. I think they may have given it a whole other name in the cartoon.
We're on step 5, the assemble of the gun box.
Assemble of the gun box. We got
We need-
drinks. They're okay over here.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
need 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 82.
Okay, is that all?
That's it. So 82 is the big red piece.
Okay.
69, 66, 68. We're missing one piece.
We're probably missing some of the parts that got done while Dan was here. There's a couple of pieces got glued together.
No, Toby.
One of those and one of those.
Okay, that makes sense.
While Dan was here.
Yep,
and that's as far as we got.
That's that piece.
Okay. So I can do this piece.
You can have that piece.
Thank you. Now, we had laser cut all these parts a couple of videos ago. And just to, 4 or 2. You can see them here with the red one a little bit.
Camera 2?
Yeah, 2 would be great.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's my cut. But I've got, I put all the part numbers. They're all etched into the pieces. But all the etching goes on
fancy. Look at that.
Fancy.
It's
Look,
too legit to quit.
Label
It's like
the parts.
crisp edges. We don't have to like laser cutter. I love making robots do the work.
Yeah.
Laser cutter.
But I cut all the parts trying to make sure that these labels go on the inside of the build. So when you're done, none of them are on the outside of the box. They all go on the inside of the boxes, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Just to remind you and to remind all of you at home who are
there
following
is a right
along.
side and a wrong side. This is the right side. This is the inside.
Yes.
Yeah. The fashion fabric. That's...
Yeah. And then immediately after, like, plugging HD foam and talking about Blick Art Materials and how great HD foam is and how much fun it is to buy stuff and get stuff shipped for free from Blick Art Materials.
We're using...
What the foam, which is only available on Amazon. So,
But different foams in different application. This stuff
absolutely
is like pretty solid and rigid and is going to hold up against the ghost busting.
Right. Very much so.
Where the HD foam is the circle part of it, right?
Yeah. Well,
HD foam?
all the light gray parts
Yeah.
is HD foam. So if you want to just bring a pack over.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This
Everything,
part's HD.
Yep, that's HD. So everything that says light gray is HD. Everything that isn't is different thicknesses of what the foam, because what the foam's
Color coordinated.
by how thick it is.
Based on thickness, yep.
Sorry.
No worries.
Let me just walk all over you.
But yes, you can tell which foams we are using. It's all color coordinated and such up until this point before we paint it.
Which honestly is one of my favorite things about What the Foam is the fact that it's color coordinated for thickness, because as a presenter, as somebody who wants to make instructional videos, that is actually really cool because it's a very simple thing to be able to do and show. And at the same time, I freaking hate the 2mm is bright red, because everything I do with 2mm is always white or yellow and you can't paint it right over the red. I wish it was available in a different color.
Wish list.
Wish list.
Yes. Let's see what people are saying.
Please.
Oh, Marvel Guy saying, how's your day going, Odin and Felicia? Well,
Hello,
here,
Marvel Guy.
Welcome. Dan Does Junk says you glued like 1 or 2 parts together last time. Sorry, LOL. Well, it's okay. We haven't gotten started yet.
Yeah, we're still an hour in and just now starting to huff glue.
Yeah. Darren Calvin says, ahoy there. Ahoy, matey.
Ahoy.
Iona List says, no, in the animated series, it was also Neutrina.
Oh, it was? Okay, thank you.
Bruce New, hi Odin and Felicia. I just got the leather for your PKE and Gizmo holsters.
Oh, wow.
I'll get to work on them and I'll get them shipped to you hopefully in a couple of weeks. I'm excited for you to get them.
Oh, that is very exciting.
That's so awesome. You have time. We working.
Yep.
We still
doing things.
Still getting there.
Totally open it up on stream. Iana Lith might actually get her package sent off here soon. Tried to meet up with her because she's only like an hour or so from where I was in LA last week, but timing didn't work out.
Yep. Shadio says Minecraft time.
All right, Shady.
Walker's Industries. Felicia, that outfit feels like I'm looking at Peacock or something really. Or something. And really looks nice. Well, thank you. They're ginkgo leaves.
Yeah.
They're giant ginkgo leaves. Like, if I was the size of a fairy, I think. I liked it. Thank you.
Mute.
Jerry Can Cosplay says, man, that laser cut piece looks so crisp and clean.
Oh, doesn't it?
I know. Too legit to quit.
Oh, these are great. I need to get the Tommy gun kits cut up and get one sent off to you, Jerry. I know I promised it like, months ago. I haven't forgotten. In fact, the next video is going to come out is going to be the Tommy gun build because I haven't gotten anything built in a little while. So that's going to be the next video whenever it finally sees the light of day. Yeah, and I like the idea of selling kits.
You know, in all reality, I love laser cutter. I'm like so excited about it, and I have a laser cutter project that I'm starting and working on. I'll have to show when it's a little more progressed.
Please do.
But I have it here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in that bag. I brought a bunch of my projects that I'm like, okay, I stopped here because I didn't have the right grinder. I stopped here because I ran out of this. I stopped here because, you know what I mean?
Fully.
So I brought some of those so that I could just get past the humps and get them finished.
But yeah, I do have an extra laser that still have yet to get over to Felicia's house, but you're telling me you have space for it now.
I do, yeah.
Okay, so I need to get that over to you.
Yeah, I need to get all the stuff downloaded so I can use it too.
That helps.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like, more excited than a cricket.
Yeah?
Yes.
Free cuts are good. It's not like those are bad.
Iana Liz says, it's the best of the thermoplastics and foam. I miss plugging what the foam. Steve D says, I think a laser is the next purchase for me. I know. I didn't think it was going to be the next purchase for me. Thankfully it's not. But I'm so excited.
I've only played with a 5-watt diode laser and a 10-watt diode laser. And go for the 10-watt. Also, between...
Air assist.
The air assist is huge. So
Air
air assist, 10-watt laser... Yeah. Now, I haven't played with the 20-watt. There's actually a 20-watt that I've been seeing advertised that would be fun to play with that I haven't tried yet. And I know there's another one coming, or maybe it's here, whichever, that doesn't have the air assist, but it's still a 10-watt.
But can't you rig up an air assist?
Yeah, you can.
Because I wanted to rig up an air assist because I will just show people my poor laser cutting skills in comparison to yours.
Well, you were also cutting on white foam. So the diode lasers are use a different. They're a UV laser versus.
I made toasted marshmallows.
Yeah, versus say Glowforge or other large laser cutters, which are an infrared laser, and they're a CO2 tube laser.
Camera too. So
yeah, hey, look, it's me.
Show them the toasted marshmallow, my laser cut.
So trying to cut this thick white foam was a little more of a challenge because the white foam isn't reacting to the UV as well, and also these not the UV.
We figured it out eventually.
We did.
But
so also
I think
those
this is probably the cleanest. Yeah, but my toasted marshmallows. I'm sorry, I'm talking over you.
That's fine. I'll let you talk.
There you go. But
I'm being all detailed about stuff that you're not showing, so it's all okay.
Yeah, but toasted marshmallows in the progress of these.
But you're going to paint them or cover them with fabric anyway.
I'm going to paint them. I'm not going to cover them with fabric. I made one out of fabric using this pattern to see if I liked it and decided I wanted it out of foam more than I wanted it out of fabric. Rather fabric one too.
And the white foam is misleading. No, she's not making anything skeleton or bones. It's just the color of the 12mm thick foam that I had.
Yeah. No, actually, I was really excited about a movie that's coming out, and I pattern drafted Little Mermaid's top. And so that one's going to be seashell shape versus...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made it out of fabric, and then I wanted to make it out of foam so that it had the shape.
Right.
But then I saw the trailer, and hers doesn't have the detail, and I'm like, oh, I get to make another one. Anyways.
Oh, okay, cool. That's the right attitude. As opposed to, damn it, I'm wrong!
No, that's right for the different version of the character.
Okay.
That was the right one for that. I've done so many versions of The Little Mermaid. Like, I've used the plastic seashells that already exist. I've used ones that I made at the costume shop. It is, like, so many different ways to go about the problem. That was just... Anyways.
For sure.
Yeah. Million ways to do anything wrong.
Yes, there is.
Yes, but I need to... That's just part of the list of projects.
It's actually raining in California. It's almost a historic event. It's raining in California.
Last time we were here, it was in the 115-degree weather, and now we are saying it's raining.
This is true. Yeah, last time we were live, it was 100. It was a record-setting day. It was the highest temperature ever recorded in Sacramento, ever for recorded history. And that was last Monday that we were here. And now this Monday, it's cold. It's overcast. It's raining, and we're getting possibly record.
It's raining. It's
water
burning.
for September in 2 days. That
Flood
also
warnings.
means getting its air dry is going to take a lot longer to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. We like drought and then flood and drought and flood and drought and flood and burn the face down. Welcome to California.
Welcome to California.
Love it here. Okay, let's see what else people are saying. Stevie wants to know, when are we starting Among Us again?
Stevie, that's I want it. But this Friday, I'm out of town and not going to be available, which doesn't mean that you guys can't just do it on your own.
You're all part of the group. You know how to get in.
Yeah.
You know the secret password.
Just go ahead and anytime you guys want, you are welcome to start up your own game. You might want to talk to other people and say, hey, does anyone want to play? That's probably a great place to start. And then
play with friends.
Yeah, play with friends, because it's really hard to vote yourself out when you're the only one on board.
Well, I know I'm sus.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm always right.
We will play again. We're just still trying to figure out where life is going, because Joe is no longer available to be a host on Fridays, which again doesn't mean that can't play on Fridays, just maybe the streams don't happen, and I'm not available this Friday, so
Yeah, I'm gonna be flying this Friday.
right, I'll be at a wedding this Friday, so
Fun.
yeah, I'm looking
Yay,
forward
Friday.
to it actually.
Let's see. 100% Cringe says, hello there, I'm Hungarian. You speak Hungarian? No.
No, sorry, but it's a great name, 100% Cringe.
But I will try. I can butcher any language.
Yeah, I'm not gonna butcher.
Smoochki.
Smoochki.
I don't know how to pronounce those consonants. Anyway, it says, Odin, did you can make a gold egg with player one? I think that was translated. Put through a translator. The gold egg from, is it Ready
Oh,
Player
gold
One?
egg from Ready Player One. Okay, I heard gold A like the letter A.
Egg.
Can I make the golden
Egg.
Easter egg from Ready Player One? Possibly.
For Easter, make some Easter eggs. Make it gold and out of foam. But you'd have to wait.
Right, so I'm doing that. This probably needs more. Cut into it.
Strict Dave Fit says, coffee time.
Coffee time.
Iana List says, ginkgo biloba is great for your memory.
What? What was that?
I
Biloba?
I hear that, but I see ginkgo trees, and I'm like, are you supposed to just, like, chew the leaves? I wouldn't. I'll just, get it from the store. Careful, there's a Toby. He makes a very good speed bump.
He does. I saw him, and I actually missed him. Because he is...
He has his reflective safety jacket on today.
He does have his reflective safety jacket on today. That is much appreciated.
So, let me see.
Did I actually cut? No, I missed. Alrighty. I'll just...
Okay. Bernie Davis says, hi, I'm Felicia. Sorry I couldn't stay for your stream. Felicia, I was at work, but I did get to watch it when I got home. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. So, lately...
Hey, guess what? Felicia's doing something new. Hey, Felicia, what are you doing that's new?
I have been opening my laptop after work around 4:30 once a week to talk to y'all about Halloween costumes. I started doing live streaming from my house. It's only like a 30-minute informal session where you guys can ask me anything you guys want. I'm helping break down costumes. Like, how would you approach this guy? This costume, how would you pattern it? How would you start? Where would you go? I could give you a million suggestions, but that's what I'm kind of doing. It's just a costume countdown, breakdown. So from now till Halloween, once a week, I'm going live on my channel, and opening it up to you guys to ask me questions about costumes. And it's been fun.
It has been.
We've been having random subjects and topics.
Hey, Felicia, how would you pattern a costume for a dog?
Yep, we had that conversation. It was fun. We talked about rectangles and how it only looks complicated, but when you break it down to basic shapes, you can figure a lot of the things out.
Yeah, you can.
So I've been doing that over on my channel, and it's been fun. So if you guys want to join me, I'm going to be on Wednesday this week.
Okay.
I haven't, picked a solid day that I do it every Wednesday or anything. I'll tell you the week before.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So what is the name of your channel? I mean, there is a link in the description to this video, by the way, but...
Behind the Scenes Fashions. It's the yellow logo that says Behind the Scenes Fashions. And I've been doing live, and I'm going to be going live from once a week from now till Halloween. And we're just talking costumes.
Cool.
Ask me questions, and I will give you my best answers. I will go off on how to stitch stretchy fabric if you need me to. So, yeah, hopefully...
Right.
That helps because, this is the time for people to get thinking. We got to do a couple's costume, and I don't want to be like, what are you when you walk over there? Problems, But anyways, so I've been doing that, and you guys are welcome to join me. Ask me questions. But it's only informal 30 minutes before I get too scared and go, okay, bye.
Ask me your questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's not professional like this. It's just at my house, on my laptop, me talking to you.
Oh, you call this professional? Oh, thank you.
Well, this is a studio that is all set up with rig lighting and a multi-camera setup. I ain't that fancy.
All right.
You have a black magic switcher over here. You have an actual program where switch between. No, I have my laptop camera.
Sounds wrong with your laptop camera.
So, yeah. That's what I've been working on, and you guys are welcome to join. Okay, let's see. Back to questions. The Adventure of Alex Stoner. Do you know Odin and Felicia? I'm actually a project maker myself. Welcome. You're in the right spot.
Hooray!
You're one of us. One of us. Mr. David. Kits! Yes, kits. Well,
yes.
That was really easy because I scanned in the pattern from the fabric one into your computer. I sent you the picture.
Yep, you did.
With the reference scale because my camera is really good about taking flat photos.
Yes.
Scan that in, and then we just use that to cut it out with the laser.
Right. Took the picture, drew it out with Inkscape, a vector-based line drawing art program, because the laser toolpath uses the same vector data.
Yeah, and so then it's just, now at this point, it's print.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to screw these up, and then Odin reminded me, well, we can just cut out a new one.
Yeah, let's cut it again.
And it doesn't feel like that big of a deal.
Oh, that's what I love.
Because sometimes it's like, gosh darn it, I want to screw this up because I don't want to have to cut it out again. Anyways, so.
Now,
yay,
I will
lasers.
spend...
And yay, kits.
Yay, kits. And yeah, kits. I do want to make some kits. I'd love to make the Tommy gun seems like an easy kit because I don't think
You did it.
I did it. I don't think I'm going to upset anyone with copyright. But I'm interested in doing more. And all the kits will be available on odinmakes.com. There's a store.
That website exists now.
That website exists now. Not only will I have my associate links for be able to buy all of your needs from Blick Art Materials, and by using that link, you'll actually be helping to support my channel. I'll actually have kits, and on occasion I'll put some props up for sale.
Look
And
at you being all professional.
yeah, I'm trying. Like I'm seriously thinking about putting up the Juggernaut pilot helmet and the big Yuffie's throwing star from Final Fantasy. I think I should put those up for sale. What do you guys think? That sound like something kind of fun? So there's those.
Yeah. Carlos Perez says, when are you making the Pink Ranger? And then also says, everyone likes the video. Come on, guys.
Everyone loves the video.
I have most of the stuff together. We just really got to coordinate time. And you've been doing a lot of stuff. And I've been doing a lot of other stuff. So
yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Is I've been running around doing a lot of cons, and I'm looking at doing
more stuff.
More traveling stuffs, which eats up time from the shop. So, not saying no, but
like we've been wanting to, but it's just coordinating.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at. because I have all the pieces. I have the go-go boots.
Right.
I have the pink pajamas.
Right.
No, I don't have the gloves, but I was just going to steal Joe's and modify them. Shh, don't
That's
tell.
fine. Don't tell Joe.
Don't tell Joe.
And we have a whole other project we were working on.
There was a hat. There was a staff.
Yeah, there's a hat that we're working on. There was a staff that we were working on.
There was your little...
There was my costume that we're using Cos ears and the Cos tail with.
Yeah.
Because we did Catra, so now we want to do a costume that I can wear, so we're working on that costume.
And we already have all the pieces. It's right there.
Yeah, that one's been started. We had a poll once with all you guys over what dress we should make for Ellis for SAC Anime that happened 2-3 weeks ago.
In all reality, when we finish the Proton Pack, I want to do that for...
Yeah, so...
So, that's just future. That's kind of what we're going to be working on next, but we got to get through this first.
We do.
But, yeah, we have projects. We have them started.
Yeah, we got lots of stuff started.
But, you know, like, I have a whole bag right here of just, where did I stop on this project?
Not only that, I've been talking to Evil Ted again about trying to do some sort of collaborative project, which I'm excited about.
And look at more of this stuff. I love this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to make this stuff into a mermaid tail.
Hey, Felicia, what is that stuff? Because it looked like you just pulled out some sort of weird foam boa.
It's this really cool stuff. Remember the Witcher costume we did like a long time ago?
Yeah, that was like 1,000,000 years ago or last year, whichever way you want to look at it.
The chainmail also comes out in this version of a scale mail. So when you pull it off, it has these little scales on it. So then, you know, you could do like leather, like dragon skin and that kind of armor, or I was like, I want a mermaid tail out of it. But I was doing a sample piece to figure out the math of how much it's going to take in order to make a complete one. And I figured it all out. Anyways, projects, right?
Yeah, lots of them.
Starting lots of them. Finishing, we're working on it.
Welcome to the new show called Odin Starts, where we're going to start all sorts of projects and then go, oh, look, a chicken, and run away and start a new project. Yeah, it's actually a very popular thing to do. How many unfinished projects do you guys have hiding in your workspace?
Be honest. Be honest. What was that fabric purchased for originally?
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Walker Industries, to everyone here, would you rather it be the Fact Core or the Adventure Core from Portal 2? I don't know.
Either what core?
The Fact Core or the Adventure Core.
Oh, the cores. Okay, the Fact Core or the Adventure Core?
I haven't played that game. I'd probably choose Adventure because Adventure, but...
Well, the Adventure Core was, if I remember correctly, that particular character was from a fan-made expansion.
Oh.
And he's got a real fun personality, little lady. Let's go do a thing. And but the Fact Core was from the original game, which is fine. Space Core is very one-track minded, but no, those are cool. Between the two, probably more the Fact Core already. No, not the Fat Core, the Fact Core. They're the personality cores, right? So it's a ball that's got an eyeball, and it's the depending on which one's active, that's the personality that GLaDOS has in theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd probably still choose Adventure.
Okay.
Just because Adventure. Carlos Perez, any tips on making Spider-Man lenses with cheap material? Yeah, go to the thrift store. Find something that just screams Spider-Man lenses. I can make this work.
Probably trying to ask about how to make movable, express, and no, I've got no suggestions on that at all. It's not even a problem I've tried to tackle.
I'd watch a million videos.
Yeah.
Put all the things together and probably do something completely different.
One of the things I would do that I did for my Batman that I liked does involve going to the thrift store and buying some old computer speakers or other...
You have to find whatever that holy stuff is that's kind of the right shape.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the spoon section or in the...
Right.
In the computer, old electronics section. But this looks like an eyeball shape.
But you're not wrong.
And
so if you get the speaker that has the
scissors.
perforated grill that goes over the speaker that's actually metal, but then buy a big spoon, you can cut out the grill piece and smash it over the spoon to get that
curve.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you have? What can you make work? Can you find it cheap enough?
And the best part about using the mesh is you can breathe through it. It doesn't fog up. And since his eyes are white already, if you paint that mesh white on the outside and black on the inside, you won't have that big of a problem seeing through it. So.
Yeah, mesh is amazing. So, a million ways to do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And you asked for cheap.
You did.
I can do the cheap.
Remember, cheap is almost never easy. Because what's the trifecta? You have cheap, you have quick, and you have easy. And you can pick any two, but you don't get the third.
You're lucky if you get two.
This is true.
Dan Justice Junk said, seeing those pieces in person was amazing. So precise and professional looking. I know. This compared to these pieces we hand cut. just look at this. You know, this rectangle.
Now, the one thing with laser cutting that I enjoy is the closeness of exactness. And when you watch it happen, it only takes a couple of minutes or maybe 20 to cut everything out. It goes really quick. But there can be hours beforehand getting the program to be what you need in order for it to cut it out right.
It's where are you spending your time? And see how precise this little rectangle is that we hand cut? And look at this right at the top. And then you have this. You know. This isn't bad, but lasers.
I'm pretty sure Dan's going to be coming over again going, all right, I need to cut some stuff out.
Right? No, seriously, when I was trying to make that one thing of resources, community college, they had a laser cutter that they invested in so that they could use it in their, they were trying to make a makerspace for not only students but the community, which because they opened it up to the community, you didn't have to be enrolled into the college in order to use the makerspace, hence laser cutter resource.
Then the pandemic happened.
Yeah, but then you got a laser cutter, so...
Yeah.
Problems.
So, as far as I know, American River College still has that makerspace available for the students. I don't know if it's
for the public.
Yeah.
Because they are just barely letting people back in. So, tis but it is. But yes.
Tis true.
I fully support makerspaces, and I know that Sacramento Library was trying to get a laser cutter going, and they were trying to get a 3D printer going, but they lost momentum pandemic, and
it took the wind out of everyone's sails.
It did, but I fully support these spaces because sometimes you just need to print one thing or cut. You know, just come in. You don't need to store the whole piece. Yes.
And yeah,
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of laser. I really am. I hope you guys aren't sick of it.
Yes, make the robots do the work, but you have to do the programming. The real monkey says, now I want s'mores.
That's what I thought.
Yana says, that's pretty, Felicia. Thank you. Darren Calvin, yeah, it's bonkers. I don't know what's bonkers, but...
Anything's bonkers.
Steve D says, had to buy more storage for my unfinished projects, LOL.
Yep.
Michael Anderson's, way too many projects on the go to count. Right?
Yep.
Not even just talking kits that we haven't even looked at, you know? Yana Lith, I don't because messing up my arm has stopped everything, right? There's just those projects that you let, but they do. Sometimes the world's like, nope, you gotta take it slow today. Bryce N, are you making the Belt Gizmo as well? Are you doing it out of foam?
The Belt Gizmo, I don't know. Do I want to make it, but I don't know if I'll do it out of foam.
Because, yeah, I wasn't sure about the foam part, but...
It seems like that would be a better thing to do from a kit because it's got a lot of translucent parts.
Interesting.
And we can just buy a kit.
Oh, really?
Which is that's not exciting, but as long as it isn't...
well, we're kind of doing a kit ourselves. We printed out ourselves. We're following Lost Wax's tutorial. I'm not opposed to making things happen.
No.
But I'm not claiming to invent the wheel.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just claiming that I'm like, okay, I can follow this tutorial and do it, There are... Whoops.
That was loud.
That's okay. Y'all okay over there?
I'm okay.
Okay. Mickey Rat says, I don't even want to count how many unfinished projects I have.
Yeah,
if I tried, I would just get distracted and stop anyways. Sometimes I like shopping in my old projects. I'll go, I'm bored. What have I not worked on? Oh yeah, I stopped this because I was going to do that, and that's why I didn't, you know? That's why that one got stopped. Mickey Rat says...
Found that in the box.
You found it. This guy makes me happy. But I usually only prank myself, so... Ha! I got you. But it didn't go off, did it?
No. Also, I saw it before we packed up completely at Sack Anime. I'm trying to find my little box of razor blades, and I'm just not seeing them.
Oh. You don't want any of these? Not this type?
Well, I just wanted a new sharp one.
Okay, I will let you dig.
Okay. That's why I'm digging. Sorry.
Oh, Mickey Rat says, also if you have ventilated athletic shorts or swimsuits, they have that mesh kind of fabric going on. Yeah, and you can put it on a clear spoon. The large serving size ones. Yep. And then carve it down into the shape of the Spiderman eyeball. Yes! I like the way you guys are thinking. You said cheap. I'm thinking cheap. Sorry.
That's awesome. I like that they're helping each other, too.
Right? And then Iana says mosquito net. You can buy it on the Abundance and also for cheap. Yes, but you kind of have to look at the net print. That's why the athletic fabric's kind of nice, because you get the more the dotted pattern, where the net you're getting the holes that way, which yes, it does work, but if you're going that route, I like, you know. But that's also what's in front of you.
Look here. Did I put them in here? Pardon me. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, I was digging in the wrong spot. Look, they're here.
You put them away. Who would have thought?
That's why I couldn't find them. I put them away.
I do that to myself all the time.
Damn it, Odin.
Dan Does Junk says, that should be on a shirt. But lasers.
But lasers.
Oh, Darren Calvin says, that's bonkers was the thing way back when we were talking about the weather. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our bouncing between droughts and floods.
Oh, yeah.
But we're still in a drought as it's flooding.
Yes. Well, it's raining too much for the ground to be able to deal with it.
Yeah, and everything's full, and then it doesn't stay full.
Alrighty, so camera two.
Cut.
I've got my piece that's 6mm that I glued up onto the box, and it's supposed to have this angle going on. Well, the problem is here in the top. There we are. You know, because Odin decided to wear a black shirt like he always does. We've got this little piece that pokes up that we don't want to have happen. So what I need to do, and actually according to the instructions, is to just cut it off carefully.
Come on, everything else is laser cut. We'll now extra judge you.
Yeah, totally, just judge me. I need to go around the corner.
There, you're not on camera. Ha ha ha. No, you're. Oh, there you go. Squeaky, squeaky. Louis Cassie's asking the good questions. Odin, how are we going to make the proton stream? Wavy bent acrylic tube, but what for a light source? Like lightsabers? Yeah, we've been talking about that.
We've been talking about actually making a... Go ahead and go back. We have been talking about making a physical effect, but...
Different ways, but we're still kind of working it out.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm a video guy. I'm okay with letting that just be post-production.
We'll do it in post.
We'll do it in post.
Actually, I have some ideas of how to make it practical, but we'll see.
I was told there was one haunted house where the Ghostbuster was addressing the audience, and then he would run up to the wall and hit a mark, and they had EL wire and a bunch of other stuff in the wall that would then arc from where he was. So it looked like he was firing it, but it was all very physical in space. But then he would turn it off and move away from the light effect, and they could move on. So it wasn't even attached to the prop. It was just part of the wall, which I thought was a really cool idea.
I like thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. Michael Anderson says, I made my current Belt Gizmo out of an old calculator I found at the thrift store. Hardwired the LEDs to be consistently on. That was fun.
Well, that's cool.
Yep. I like the thrift store.
Well, that's effectively what the Gizmo is, isn't it? Wasn't it like an old Sanyo Nixie tube calculator. You know, it's like, good luck finding them now. But Adam Savage actually did a video on Tested where he got a hold of somebody who made a very accurate replica kit that you had to wire together yourself, which is neat, but might be more involved in costing than we want to do. But still, it's neat.
Right? I appreciate people's dedication.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm as dedicated, but I will try. Oh, interesting. The Adventures of Alex Stoner says, Odin Felicia, just so you know, I created a cartoon called Brick Henderson.
Brick Henderson?
I haven't heard of it, but I may have watched it. I watched lots of cartoons.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. Iana List says, I just found my Claws Tool straight cutter and my dope knives.
Yeah. Yes, both are very cool.
Dan Just Stunk says, it looks like a funky cartoon droid head, even has a face.
It does look like a funky droid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's adorable.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah. It's an 808 Sino calculator, according to Louis Cossey.
There you go. Just go pick a couple of those up because those are plentiful. They sit right next to the Graphics flash tubes in the hardware store. They're easy to find. They're not.
Yeah, Michael Ander says, yep, those are the ones they use. Now they're a few $100,000 each.
Because they don't exist anymore.
Yep, Jerry can cosplay. I've seen someone use a fan in the one and colored paper so the fan blew the paper like the string.
That's cool.
Yeah. Biscuit Nomster says, is that like Cookie Monster but British? Biscuit Nomster.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, I just recently came across your channel and would like to say thank you. You have brought back the inspiration to make cool
awesome.
costumes again. That's a big deal, you know,
Thank you.
because when you lose that give a shit, it's hard because it's something you enjoy. And
Yeah.
we appreciate the, you know.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's awesome. Thank you for thank you for letting me know that you got inspired. That's a big part of what I'm trying to do is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you could do it. What are you guys working on while you're watching the stream?
Lunch. Well, you know,
Yeah.
here in California. Look like we got a super chat.
Yeah. The Real Monkey has a $5 super chat and says, Felicia, where do you stream? YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, or some other website? Actually, YouTube.
Yeah.
I've been doing it just straight off of the YouTube. No fanciness. Off my laptop. I'm doing it Wednesday, 4:30 this week. 4:30 California. What letters are we?
Well, we're Pacific time right now, so.
PST, Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, it should be that. It's not daylight time right now. I don't think. It's Pacific.
Yeah.
For those of you who are watching in and around Europe, and we're about 8 hours ahead. So when she says 4:30, it's going to be
pretty early in the morning.
Midnight. It's probably why we do it so early because it's getting close to be 9 o'clock for Jerry right now.
Yeah. So, but that's where I will be this week. We're just going to be talking costumes. Bernie Davis says, I had a Belt Gizmo made out of a cheap phone case. I would like to remake it.
Oh, okay.
And Fausto Marcial, I completely butchered your name, but they're Brazilian. Says, hello, cool. I'm Brazilian. I am Brazilian, hello.
Well, hello.
Biscuit Nomster, and yes, from the UK. I'm like, biscuit, that's a cookie. Nomster,
yep.
Monster.
Yep.
Love it.
Nom it, because, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Aw, thank you, Iana Liv. They said, if you haven't catch Felicia's stream, you are missing out because she gives great advice. Aw, thank you.
She does.
Wait, I'm learning to heal says, hey Odin and Felicia, good to see ya. And Ralph Mork's letting us know that it's 9:45 p.m. in the Netherlands.
Oh.
I hope you are enjoying something cozy and toasty up there. It's just a cozy day today. It's, you know, last week we were in the 100-degree weathers, and now this week we are in the rains and the floods, so it's nice and cold and cozy. Got the pumpkin spice out, you know.
Yep.
It was hot, and now it's fall.
It was hot, and now it's exactly.
And it's gonna be hot next
Ralph.
week. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just gonna say, invited you over for a pool party.
Right? Yeah, invited me over for a pool party yesterday.
When it was 100 degrees.
And now it's 50. It's not that bad.
It was raining yesterday.
It was totally raining yesterday. It's raining again today.
Yeah, it's raining.
And it should be raining tomorrow. And then we should be back into the 70s, I think, or 80s. It's still not going to be that hot.
Yeah. I love how you just did this by hand, because you've been pulling out the cause tools to do that good little 45-degree angle, but you still just did it super precise. Do you just go like, I don't want to dig that shit out, let me do it nicely? Because I do that all the time.
Yeah, kind of. So this piece is supposed to have
the V groove.
a 90-degree bend. Like that's actually fine. I was going to cut it again, but I don't need to. That's fine.
Smoosh it.
It's a smoosh it, yeah. What the foam doesn't smoosh it that well, but it is somewhat smooshable.
Yeah. Danja's Junk says, Lego recently grabbed my attention. Hard as I'm now going through my parts to remake some of the kits for my childhood display. I'm surprised I actually got more assembled than I thought I could. You know, you're not 8 anymore. No, you know, they go together a lot faster. I remember things being difficult, but then it's like, oh yeah, I've done this before.
Right. Totally want to make some more Lego parts. So that's
Legos are fun.
Yeah,
I like your giant Lego set.
Thank you. Yeah, the giant foam Legos are a lot of fun to do in there. Gonna happen. Gonna have some more Lego builds here soon.
Yeah. Used to use the diaper wipes that came in the little Lego boxes just because giant Legos.
Yep.
Giant Legos.
Yep.
Right? Now you gotta laser cut those kits.
Yeah.
Foam blocks.
Well, laser cut
in Odin scale. We don't have to call them it could be Armos.
Armos?
Legos. Leg.
Oh. Armos. Armos. Okay.
Odin's arms. I don't know. I'm making shit up
That's
here.
fine.
It's the off-brand.
This one I cut a little too big, so it's actually more than 90 by a lot, but life sucks. It'll be fine. So, okay, this just is supposed to go here anyway, so it'll be fine.
There's
Glues
something in
and
there.
Glues. Yeah, it's got walls to help it be
Hold
happy.
the shape. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Jerry,
I get to huff more glue.
Jerry King Cosplay wants to know, are there any packages to open today?
No, not that I've seen. I didn't get out to the post office box the last couple of days. So if something showed up, I'm sorry guys. I don't have it. I will be swinging by today to pick it up, which is a little late. But
next week.
Yeah, next week.
I won't be here, but you will.
Yes, I will. May I have the Ryobi pin?
The pen, not the knife.
Not the knife. No.
Not the knife.
So no, I don't have any. I was gonna share the damn pictures, but it became we'll just do this early, and so I shared all the damn pictures with all my damn Patreon friends.
But y'all can look at it after the stream.
Yeah, just back up.
Yes. Bruce N says, I'm sorry to be a pain. I was wondering where I could send progress pics of your holsters to make sure they are turning out the way you guys want them. Well, if you're on Discord, there's always that community. But if you are not, you can reach out to Odin on Instagram. It's a great way.
Yes, it is.
I would suggest.
Or you can just directly email them to me. That's fine too. But Instagram is really good. So
Yeah.
whichever.
That one I just find easy to share pictures. So.
I've even got a subreddit that's almost dead. Odin Makes, r/Odin Makes on Reddit. So.
But do you check that?
I do actually.
Okay.
I've got it set that when I open up Reddit just to go look at whatever, that pops up first, and then I navigate to where I want to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No dog.
Oh, Bernie Davis, Mega Blocks.
Mega blocks. I don't have any plans on making giant size mega blocks. Although in effect I am, but because they're mega and they're blocks. But yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that you now have a scale,
I do.
and you have sets.
I do.
That I now want like a wall of bricks.
A wall of bricks.
You know, but I also want to build a wall out of actual bricks.
Yeah.
You know, build a whole like life-size house out of bricks. That would be fun. That's what Legoland is, isn't it?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, I just have to go to Legoland.
You'll be close.
Yeah, I will be close, but I don't think I'm going to go that down this time.
Okay.
But maybe I'll have to make it an excuse to go again.
Ooh, okay.
Marble Guy has a question.
Okay.
On your DeLorean interior build video, sorry,
Sure.
I cannot speak.
That was a little while ago.
Is it some sort of a diorama or replica?
It was a set. So diorama is a great way to put it. I built that for our friend Gonzo, and a production that was happening within Google itself. So this was a in-house only video. I've never seen the finished video, but it was some sort of executive video conference excitement team building thing they were doing, where all the execs were trying to get to the beginning of the presentation on time, so they all edited themselves into movies. So one guy's in the DeLorean. So what happens in the video is they take exterior shots of the DeLorean driving around, and then they cut to him inside trying to drive the set that I built, so it looks like he's driving the DeLorean. And then at the same time, I built the back seat of the Corsica. This was weird to me because this is an existing car, but they wanted to shoot it inside. She didn't want to go down into a parking lot and climb into a car, so I had to go and buy the parts to recreate the back seat of a Corsica, so she could look like she was sitting in the back seat from the beginning of La La Land when they all get out and start dancing on I-5. So the very first person to start singing is driving this green Corsica, and so she was green screened into the back seat. It's like, what are you doing? I gotta go. Quit dancing on the seat. You know, that was. They did a secretariat or whatever for the horse racing, and they did a broom and a bunch of other stuff.
You know those random jobs paid up to pay the bills? The fun ones, right?
Yep. Also got another random job coming up, which I've got an NDA, but it is there's a local high school that's doing a production, and I get to make some foam props. And I will be making those into a video, so you will get to see them when the video comes out, but I'm not allowed to talk about them until
before.
Before. So, sorry.
Okay. But secrets.
Secrets.
Dan Does Junk says, I call it 1292, which is actually his scale. So, branding your Lego.
Oh.
Your bricks.
Okay.
So it's not Lego.
Yeah,
it's 1292.
It is. It's 12.92 times bigger than whatever it is.
12.92. Yep. 12.92.
Yeah.
I like y'all's suggestion. Keep them coming in. That one's a good one. 1292. Schedule Odin class bricks.
What I love is they actually knew it. I had to go look it up.
Right. Go to Lope says Steve D. Speaking from experience on my name butchery. LOL. Yausto Marcial says, I am from Brazil and I really like your channel where I get inspired to do some things that I don't speak English. Google Translator helps me. KKK.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, you know, communications is just trying to convey those ideas. So welcome.
Welcome. No, thank you for watching it. Thank you for putting up Google Translate.
Yes. Wait, I'm Learning to Heal wants to know, at Silicon, was that your first meeting Adam Savage?
It absolutely was. The video that you saw was not. That was Sunday. I got to meet Adam Saturday night at the after party, and that was the first time I ever got to meet him. Yeah. And that was super cool and fun. And you got that polite, you should come down to the cave sometime like in November. So need to contact people from Tested and see if this is a legit invitation or a friendly, polite invitation, which it could be, and I'm not going to fault the guy if that's what happened.
But still, worth following through, just in case.
Totally.
Because we're all Adam Savage geeks here.
Because I'd love to go to the cave. That'd be great.
Right? Yana Liz says, Legoland is really nice to get inspiration, and foam weapons are really nice there too. Sorry, Bruno. Didn't mean to sneeze on you. James Allen has to go to work. Ooh, I'm sorry, James Allen.
Remember, work is a 4-letter word. Don't say that around your children.
No, I'm appreciative.
Yeah, thank you, James. Thank you for tuning in while you could.
Yes. Yeah, Mickey Rat says NDAs can be a slight bummer. Everything I've been working on for the past 4 years, I can't show to anyone, really talk about because NDA stuff, and I can make a whole YouTube channel out of it.
Yeah,
100%
good.
get it.
I know that project, and I'm excited for that project to come out.
Yep. One of the hard parts is by the time you can finally talk about it and the projects come out, you've already moved on and you're like 5 projects ahead, and you're like,
right.
that
happened.
Oh
yeah, that happened. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time with Smosh. It's like, I was there that day.
It started with that, and then it got crazy with anyways, but yes.
Yep. Oh yeah, I remember I really pissed Ryan off. That was fun.
Yes. Bruno, I love you, but no. Can you just lay low? He's not taking no.
So we are creeping up on the 1 o'clock hour, and it has always been my habit to, whenever possible, to open up fan mail at 1 o'clock. There is a P.O. box listed in the description of this video. Additionally, for those of you who may know my shop address, it is okay to send stuff to the shop address, but I don't have anything today that I can remember that we're opening up. Yeah, not quite. I mean, if you want, I could show you a bottle of resin I got, but somebody's I have to go look at what the brand name is, but somebody sent me some 3D printing resin that they wanted a review video on, so I got that. But it's exciting. It's a black bottle, and it says resin on it.
Well, and you haven't tried to print anything yet.
I haven't tried printing yet, no.
Yeah.
But it's neat, because one of them is, well, maybe we'll go grab those in a minute.
Because I do like your resin prints that I've seen better than the extruder prints that I've seen, like, that are sitting over there. But it's brittle.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yes.
No, yeah, there's definitely a trade-off.
Different properties depending on which resin you use. What glue.
Yep.
What plastic you melt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm working on my project, and you are not my project.
Nope. He knows to be in the project zone.
Yeah. Well, I'm reaching over to try and glue stuff down, and all of a sudden I get this nudge. It's like, no, I'm not playing that game.
Right. Don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to my face. You don't need to look at your phone. He does that to me all the time. Like, hey, you don't need to look at that. I'm here. Yes. Yes, you are. Sit. Thank you. High five. High five. High five. Oh boy. Mickey Rat says Odin was one of the BTS heroes of that project. Did some amazing work. So.
Thank you. Oh, I'm excited for that project to come out.
And Bernie Davis says, have you seen the foam weapons Nerf made? And what are your thoughts about them, Odin?
These the new ones coming out, the new Starfleet Type 3 and Type 2 phasers. They're very cool. I'm actually kind of excited about them. I think it's neat. That's about all I can say. That's all I got to say about that. I think it's neat. I like because Nerf has made foam swords and things, most of which look really good. From a LARPing perspective, from a gonna go out in the battlefield and fight foam swords with other people, they're actually too hard. You don't want to use them. They're safe. They're con safe, and they're screw around with your friends safe. But if you want to go out in a field and really get into a battle and start, beating on people,
you're gonna break them.
You're gonna break them
because it's meant for children to beat each other with. Pretty
much. Well, you're gonna break them, and they've got enough of a plastic core you could actually harm someone.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, but they're con safe. So it's that weird line between,
solid and foam.
Yeah. Like most of the swords I've made, I wouldn't be able to take out onto a LARPing field because they won't pass weapons check. Because same thing. They're either too pokey, they're too skinny, so they'll get through like eye slits and helmets and things, or the cores that I put in them are too rigid and they wouldn't pass a weapons check. That type of weapons check. But they're safe for cons. You can bring them in and around the public because they're not live steel. They're not going to cut anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Toby.
Yeah.
So that's the fine line I'm trying to walk with the junk that I make. Only I don't make junk. No, that's Dan. Dan Does Junk. Please check out Dan Does Junk on YouTube. He's got a lot of really cool tutorials and videos he's made of Gundam parts and costume parts and leatherworking. So yeah, Dan Does Junk right here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely a friend and definitely someone I'd love to recommend.
He was here last week, so.
Yeah, he was.
That was our guest last week. 2 weeks ago, yes, sorry. Last time we were here.
Last time on Odin Makes.
Yes. Dan Does Junk wants to know, for the Pink Ranger cosplay, how do you plan on making the Morpher?
From
Don't you
foam.
have a hookup?
I do have a hookup. Well, I have a hookup for the coins.
Yeah, which
And-
makes the hard part of that.
Well, that's the hardest part. Could fake that with the anyway.
Got a laser cutter now.
The Morpher will just be foam. It'll probably be wet the foam or something that's a little tougher. Something I'm looking forward to is this NDA project that's coming up that I can't talk about yet. It's going to give me a chance to finally use the creature cast Rigid, the toughest one, and to see how well that works.
So, because aren't we planning on using the Rigid?
Yep.
Yeah. So
There's
you
plenty
get
of
to
it.
test it out on the other projects. We don't screw
Yep.
this one up. I like that.
And there's even a simple, one of the things I need to make is a little simpler. So I might do that one first. So if it completely fails, I only have to remake the simple one.
Biscuit Nomster says, see you again. I gotta go and get ready for bed. Early start. Love from the English Cookie Monster. Winky face.
Sweet.
Jerry King Cosplays goes, I gotta split for a bit. Need to put the boy to bed.
Alrighty.
Could be back. You never know.
Could be.
I know. Does he go down easy or is he like,
Yeah,
tell
right.
me another story?
But you're watching Odin. No.
Right.
Got a box. Got a little more box going on.
Yes.
Got a little more box going on.
What's the red piece for? Box him in.
The red piece is a skin that goes over the box.
I see.
So it goes over
Looks
and
fancy.
helps hide seams. So that's probably what I'm doing next, which will be a lot of fun to glue down because good luck not messing that up. But
Would you start at the top and then kind of do the other sides from there? And then trim the excess from the bottom? Sniff Toby.
That's a good plan. I'm not sure. I might just do it like this because it got the hard corner,
Yeah.
which all that lines up, and you can flop that over, and then just kind of keep going. So it looks like I'll just do that because it's
Because it lines up on this side and then it gets off by the time you're over there. Not too much
not very much. It's Chris did a really good job.
patterning.
Yeah.
Yay, Chris. Thank you. He did the hard part.
He did do the hard part.
Schultz Division's reminding everyone to put a like on the stream. You know, offered up the severed hand of approval. Brady Davis says, go to GameStop and buy the Hasbro Pink Ranger helmet, LOL. But,
Yeah.
oh, it's supposed to make it out of foam. Isn't that the whole point?
It is the whole point.
Um,
So I've got resin from Nova 3D. I do believe Nova 3D is a subsidiary of Elegoo, isn't it? Am I saying that right? Well, I can't read that. That's all in Chinese. Yep, but anyway. So they sent me two different types of resin. I've got a high transparency resin, and then this one is a water washable UV resin. So when you're doing a resin print, typically with any resin printer, you end up you're always dipping what you printed back into liquid resin, right, to get the next layer to go on. So you end up with a project that's covered in goo, covered in resin. Most resins you're using alcohol to clean them off with, right? So I've actually got a machine and a vat where I've got some 99%. It was easier to find than 95, believe it or not.
yeah, I believe it.
99% alcohol to clean all the resin off. You can use other things too, denatured alcohol. You can use but what's funny is a lot of those are hard to get in California now. So
Yes, but this one says... Oh, never mind. That one said something different.
yeah, this one says something different. This is water washable resin. So this is something that's been around for a little bit. It doesn't need that Doesn't need acetone, doesn't need whatever other chemicals the other resins need. It's actually water washable.
Yeah.
Oh, and it is a clear blue. Cool.
This one says printed models need to use tap water to clean, so
okay.
This one does tap water.
That's the 500? That's 1,000. This is tap water? Oh, clean the printed models.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm very interested in trying the water washable. So I'm supposed to be doing a review video on the water washable resins because I've never used them. So that's actually kind of neat and exciting to me. They're still just UV setup. They're both 405 millimeter, which is close to the same. The lasers for the laser cutters 395 nanometers, and this is 405 nanometers. So just color wavelength. But so what did I get this last week? I got some Nova 3D water washable clear blue. I got 2 bottles of this, so I got a kilogram of it. And then I've got a high transparency, which is actually glass clear, or supposed to be glass clear.
That's exciting.
Very exciting.
That's like the clearer it is, the more exciting it is.
Yes. Most clear comes out frosted, right? It looks like a frosted glass, and then you have to do something to the surface to make it mostly clear.
Polish it.
This is supposed to print clear, and this takes a lot. It takes a lot more exposure to make this set up, which makes sense if it's clear. But looking forward to printing with it. So this one just needs to be worked into a project somehow. But this is supposed to get its own video within the next couple of weeks. So that's what arrived last week. You get to talk about it right here in the live stream. If you want to know more information, here's the QR codes on the side of the bottle.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep. Not any bigger. But it is, you got high transparency. Nova 3D. So, yep. Fun stuff.
Yay.
I hope.
So, we have questions.
Yes.
Lone Bama guy says, I know you have been busy with the cons lately. Just wondering if you're going to get back to making things on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yes, I am. I am working on having I am working on having a video come out this week. It'll probably come out Thursday. It might come out Friday. I'm in the process of editing it now.
Gotta get back on the train. It's a little difficult once you fall off.
Yeah, it is, but it was nice because instead of getting into the editing, like I actually sat down in front of the machine and started working with it. It wasn't this dread of I gotta get this done. It's like, oh hey, this was fun.
Nice.
So it's like, I'm happy to have that attitude back.
The break has been long enough to be successful.
Yes. So looking forward to that.
Coming back with enthusiasm is worth it.
Yeah, I've got 2 projects that are totally shot that just need editing. Those are happening first. One of them is going to be a 2-parter, and it's a Mandalorian project, and the other one's the Tommy guns. So it's just the Thompson, the classic mobster Thompson machine gun. That's the one I'm going to try and get out this week. And it's got an ad on it, which is another big incentive to get it going, right? Is I've got a sponsorship. It's not Raid Shadow Legends, and the game is... I got a sponsorship! Gonna pay the bills.
The Gregster's Brickheads wants to know, will you make the Splatter Gun from Splatoon?
I'm not planning on making the Splatter Gun from Splatoon.
Interesting one, right?
Yeah, interesting. Not a bad thought, but not on my radar. There is a Splatoon 3 coming out, so...
Interesting. Wait, I'm Learning to Heal says, I use water washable from Elegoo.
Which I think Nova 3D is coming from Elegoo. I swear the people who contacted me was Elegoo. I think. But I could be confusing that with another laser printer. Yeah. So maybe Nova 3D is not. But Nova 3D, I see them on... there's an Australian channel I watch where a guy makes HO scale dioramas. He's got a Nova. And so does James in the Rebel-based build. So I don't think Nova 3D is as big in the States yet, because it's not a name I see here.
Right. G-Bakes X93 says, "Hey Odin, any plans for more Power Rangers weapons soon? Also, are we ever going to get back to weekly uploads of builds?"
There's going to be a lot of weekly uploads, and I don't blame them. Yes, we're going to get back to it for sure. And I'm going to be doing some weekly stuff. But life is ever dynamic and ever changing. There's a possibility I won't be going back to solid weekly builds. But short term, I will. So.
The Real Monkey says, "I've heard water washable resin is horribly toxic. Has that changed?"
That I don't know. I would actually have to look that up. If you want to send me information on that, please do. You can send me a link through Messenger on Instagram, or send me an email or whatever. Post
I
it on
wouldn't even thought there was no skull and crossbones on that bottle, so I was like, no. Like,
yeah, well,
I'm sure it's
toxic, but it's yeah.
Don't drink it.
Yeah, don't drink it.
It's not Kool-Aid.
It's not Kool-Aid. No, that is not a clear blue Kool-Aid. It's not the great blue DD Kool-Aid from the '80s. No. Don't drink that.
No, it is horribly toxic. Do not. Forbidden snacks. Bernie Davis says, "Resin print a glass structure or stature."
Statue.
SATUI.
Well, I'm supposed to be printing some of the windows that go inside of the Reality Stone container that the collector had for someone who's probably watching right now and I'm forgetting his name because oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we're just live. Everyone's judging.
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, maybe. Eventually I need to get this printed.
Ooh. Austin Lips says, "Hey Odin and Felicia, how's the project going today? Look it, you got like more of the box. It's like has three of its sides."
Yeah.
But I do definitely want to leave things as open as possible and not box ourselves in yet.
Sure. I can appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah, you answered that question, but Axis wants to know, where's your next crafting video coming out? Not live stream, just curious.
Right, this week is the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, this week is the Tommy Gun video that you're trying to get out.
Now, what's sad is I've said that a couple times on live streams.
Oh, I know.
But I've got a sponsor this time, so I've got a reason to do it.
You got more motivation.
I got more motivation, yes. At the same time, I had a number of sponsors in August.
Bruno, all done. Okay, well, there's something exciting going on right now.
Yeah, I think Gonzo's here because I'm hearing walking around upstairs next door, so it should be Gonzo.
Yeah. People are here. It's exciting. They'll get over it in a second. Yeah. Calm down, Toby and Bruno.
Pretty much. If we could trust them to go outside, to be outside of the shop.
Wait, I'm learning to heal is bringing up a good safety point. Make sure to use a ventilation system when you're printing with any kind of resin. Odin has a little resin print or a 3D printing room all built and set up with a hole in the ceiling poked so it can suck the air out. Anyways.
Yep.
Yes. Make sure that you are not breathing toxic fumes. Safety first, people.
Yep. Yeah, no, we can't open the door. Everything's open up right now.
Yeah, no, they get to stay here and hang out. This is why they're barking,
because Gonzo's bringing stuff in, and that is right. I'm looking at the security cameras, everyone.
He's being nosy.
Yeah. So here, let's do this.
So people can see the excitingness that's going on that they're barking at.
Yeah. So
Camera 3.
Camera 3. Hey, look, it's the studio.
That you guys don't get to see.
You don't usually get to see. Here's the loading dock area. This brightly colored stuff is actually yellow. That's
part of a set.
It's part of a set and part of Gonzo's tools. These are not Ryobi tools. But yeah, and this is the door that leads back to the shop. There's a room in between, so this isn't the door the dogs are currently barking at. But if I open up the door that's back and around this corner, they'll run out and run all the way outside, and that would be bad. So
they'll go visit the girls next door.
Yeah,
and
there's dogs next door that get really excited and will not be nice to each other. They've actually injured themselves getting excited about the other dogs, so we try not to let them play. Oh, look, who's that? Now we're spying on someone. It's probably Gonzo. Anyway, we're out.
I see nothing.
Nope.
Yep. Shadio, give them dog a bone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bernie Davis, Bruno made my corgi Millie bark.
Oh, yeah, that's Gonzo. Gonzo's one of them, and I remember the other guy. I don't remember his name right now.
Okay. Bryce N wants to know, are you making the hardware, hoses, etc. on the Proton Pack out of foam, or are you buying the real pieces?
The hoses stuff would be
You
bought.
have some hoses already, and
Yeah.
we're slowly collecting them, but that's after painting. We're getting there.
We're getting there, exactly. A lot of the details will
questions.
be kit bash details and things we can purchase. I'm not going to try to make the entire thing just out of solid foam because I'm not trying to make a stud pack.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We want to get it as done as best as possible as we can make it.
Don't know for sure if I'm going to go with... Chris had a really good idea that Ben Eady liked a lot with making the old colored SCSI cable that's on it.
Oh yeah, the way he did it with the...
packing tape and Cat 5 cable.
Yeah.
Or we can buy the right cable that's been remanufactured at like $50 off of Facebook. Not against it.
Right, because it's my time.
Right.
Versus my energy. It's like
versus my energy. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense because, by the time you got the good packing tape with the right thick gumminess, because he uses the good shit and not just the clear.
Oh, yeah, not the
stuff.
dollar store stuff. No.
You add that cost with then getting the cable itself and then the time to lay it out.
It's the time to lay it out and the end result. Because his method is going to be way cheaper than $50.
Oh, definitely, but still.
Sitting
there and taking the time. And my time's expensive. I know how much I charge an hour.
There you go.
For projects, so. You know what I mean? Like, I pay myself in my head going, yeah, I'd rather just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, depends where we're at that point.
It does, actually.
It really does. Just depends on where we're at mentally. Axis wants to know what kind of breed of dog or dogs do you have? Well,
I got there's a 4-legged one right back here that sheds and barks and does stuff on the lawn, and there's a slightly smaller one that sheds and barks a lot and does a lot more stuff on the lawn. Mm-hmm. No, you know better what you got.
Well, Toby's some sort of mutt. I do not know what he is. People have told me he is a pit bull breed, but that is not technically a breed, so he is.
Yeah, he's some
Toby.
sort of pitty mix that's incredibly freaking mellow. Toby is a wonderful dog.
He has been a snuggle muffin from the day he came home. He's a little timid.
Yeah.
He just wants cuddles. And then there's Bruno, who is a dachshund.
Yeah.
A little red-headed, short hair, brown dachshund.
Noisy, busybody, needy.
So, Bruno.
I do like Bruno, but sometimes he's a pain in the ass.
We love Bruno. And the funny thing is, my brother's like, we love Bruno. Why do you talk so much crap about Bruno? He's like, yeah, Bruno's a bad dog.
Yeah, Bruno's a bad dog.
We love Bruno, but Bruno's a bad dog. He's a good boy, but Bruno's just going Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno's a good boy most of the time.
Yes.
Toby is just a good boy.
Yes, Toby is. He's my buddy. So
Yeah.
Wolfpack unite. But that's what breed they are, and they just got a little Black Panther overlord. So.
Got a new little kitten.
Mm-hmm. Not so little, no more.
No, not so little anymore.
He's chonking up nice and cute. But yes, some kind of kitty mutt, and then a Bruno. And Toby brought home Bruno. Yeah. Bruno was Toby's pet.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but Bruno, like, just geez, stop.
Mostly a good boy.
Steve D says, Odin, you haven't used your bandsaw to cut dog cheese lately, LOL.
Oh, I think I'm out.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
why.
I haven't bought more.
Yep. Okay. It's PH, so F. Faustian Phil. Swords of Eon Fables Last Chapter. Ain't gonna let that one down.
No, they never will. That's okay. You guys go right ahead and keep requesting that. Unless I'm seeing something wrong, the Swords of Eons from Fables, the Last Chapter, is one of those tuning forked swords. It's a sword that's 2 blades that are parallel to each other that come off the handle. So you got 2 different blades that'll do this no matter what you make them out of. Even if they're made out of steel, they're going to do this. So I'm not excited to make it. It's doable because I could put a small piece of polycarbonate between the 2 halves. That'll keep it together and it'll look clear. But I don't want to have the flood of comments of, why'd you put the plastic in there? So it makes it hard for me to get excited to do the project because of how disappointed I was with all the tridents that I made for Aquaman. Both Aquaman's trident and Merida's trident both did the same thing. And I'm just not excited. So it makes it hard to do Soul Calibur, which does it, the Covenant Blade from a Halo, because that does it, and then the Fable Sword, because all of them are that same way.
Tuning fork.
Yeah, they're all tuning forks.
Yes, but it's not going to keep him from asking.
Nope.
Nope.
And that's fine. And, they could eventually win. Wear me down, they're like, fine, I'll do it.
Wait, I'm learning to heal wants to know, has Bruno been outside to potty? Yes.
Yes.
They fully pottied before they came in.
Yes, it's been less than 2 hours, I think.
Right?
About 2 hours.
Shady-O. Pink Ranger bow.
Just a big bow? Like bow and a hair? Oh, fine. Yeah. Pink Ranger's going to happen. We say this, and it doesn't.
Eventually.
Pink
we
Ranger's
have
gonna
all
happen.
the stuff. It's one of those projects that started.
Yeah. That one's got the least amount of start, too. That one, yeah, the Pink Ranger's got a lot of thought into it, but we haven't put work into it yet.
No, I ordered the pieces I needed, is what happened.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, I have all the pieces that I needed. Because I'm just starting with the base and going from there. So I have the go-go boots and the pink pajamas.
Cool.
And all the stuff to upgrade into the Pink Ranger outfit.
Right. Because we were going to make tandem videos, right? We were going to do like the helmet and the props and maybe the Morpher on my channel. And then for your channel, you're going to do the pajamas.
Yeah. The funky yeah. But I say pajamas because specifically looking at the fabrics that they use in the show, I was like, well, there's these really nice thermal knit underwear technically, but they're not that waffle print that they used to be. Now they're the
right. Now they're thicker, or they're
yeah, it's a different type of fabric, but it's really comfortable and soft and stretchy, and it's the full length, and it goes past the hips to do the skirting, and it's all the right shade of pink, and it's, you know what I mean. So I ordered the pieces. They're here. I have them, and they're in a box. Just eventually, we'll get there.
Yeah,
it's stretchy. It's not like.
The channel's been on hold for a month, so
then some.
And then some. So all these things are happening.
We talk projects. We just haven't gotten what's in gear. Yep, but. Dan Does Junk says, would you consider live streaming the Pink Ranger build on Felicia's channel? Well, that's a thought.
That's a thought.
Possibly after Halloween, though, because I'm just trying to figure out if I can do this through the Halloween season.
Yeah, can you commit to that regular of a schedule, which isn't that regular? It's only like 6 more episodes, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But working on it. Just
kind of funny to think about. It's like, yeah, everyone, you only got 6 weeks to Halloween.
It feels like a lot, but that's only 6 weekends. And that's the shopping
it's not that
and
much.
building and,
You know, Home Depot's got all the Halloween decorations up already, of course, and some of the ones I was at in LA have the Christmas stuff up already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is this magical time of the year where absolutely nothing is available.
Yep.
For Christmas, and that is usually when
just for Easter.
I have to do the winter shoots.
Oh, okay.
The Christmas stuff, and there is literally nothing in the store, and I'm like, well, this is the time of year where there's nothing in the stores, and that's when you shoot all those.
That's true.
So that time of the year does happen, people. We just forget because it's so short. Such a little window of time.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But it exists. It really does. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh.
Yep, you're smooshing great.
Look, and I helped.
Appreciate it.
Toby Herman wants to know, hi Odin, are you going to make any props from the new Jurassic World movie? Now that would be nice.
I wasn't planning on it. The movie's out, right? So Jurassic, the one that's it's on streaming now, but
yeah. Did you see it yet?
I have not.
I haven't either yet, so I haven't gotten excited about any of the props or things.
I stretched it a little. How'd you do?
Well, I smooshed it.
Okay.
You did stretch it a little bit.
I stretched it a little.
Yeah, I see. But I feel like we could...
Yeah. Oh, I see, yeah. The smooshing is not a big deal. It's just I got a bad seam on this one, too.
It is,
oh, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the things
I knew
I've
that was
seen...
going to happen.
Yeah. Putting the contact cement onto foam seems to... You're adding material to the foam that seems to make it expand a little bit.
Yes.
And consistently. And that makes both of these almost equally, where I stretched mine and you didn't.
What is he talking about? When you have two pieces of paper together and you do this, one will be shorter than the other.
That's
Glue
part of it.
technically counts as one of those layers of paper.
Dude, I'm sorry. I stepped on his ear. Here, Toby.
He did put his ear like right around your ankle, wrapped around your foot, so if you moved...
I'm sorry. See, he just lays down and is quiet and is happy to be just next to us, but unfortunately... Yeah.
And he's going back to using your foot as a pillow. Like he hasn't learned.
So the chemical of the contact cement seems to also... when you apply it to foam, you see it a lot in the videos, it'll start to bubble up. And as it dries, it'll start to settle back down. But the idea of it bubbling up, that's that side getting a little bit bigger, right? So...
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, poor Toby.
I'm very sorry, Toby.
Bernie Davis, Felicia, how many costumes can you get from one black dress suit? Oh my goodness, you can get so many costumes from... Bruno, all done. Come here. Sorry. Like, if you have a men's black dress shirt or a white dress shirt, that is just the foundation for so many different outfits at the costume shop.
Right.
That it's like, you have your own shirt, right, that fits you? Can we just start from there? But yeah, you have the men in black just alone.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
All you need to do is have a pen, a neuralizer.
Yeah. You got all the members of Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, I feel like a black suit is a very good, solid base for so many costumes.
Yes.
Like...
Bruno.
It's just so exciting outside with all those people walking around doing cool shit.
Yeah, well, they're setting up for a shoot, so there's a lot of activity going on outside.
Yeah. The Real Monkey wants to know, I want to hear this from you, because...
Okay.
What advice would you give someone who is considering starting a live stream?
Oh, wow.
Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. At least that's my philosophy.
There you go.
At least I'm getting going, and I can only get better. So try it. We'll see how this goes.
Having a co-host was great. That's not something everyone can do, but getting someone else who is there, who can fill the time when you need to think, or can talk and interact while you're doing something else, if you're working on a type of stream where you're doing something else, is actually really, really nice, because carrying a stream by yourself is a lot like public speaking.
Talking to a wall is difficult, and sometimes looking at your camera or your screen is talking to a wall.
Yeah. For both of us, it may feel to you that we're talking to you, right? Which we are. It's yes. I'm old enough that I remember talking on the phone, which you know from cell phones as well, but you're tethered to the wall, you can't leave the room, you're talking on the phone, you can't see the person. That's exactly what's happening with a live stream, only I don't hear you guys talk back. And because of the internet delay, there's a 20 to 30 seconds for a response to come back. So for live streaming, just talk to your camera. If you make eye contact with your camera, like right now, I'm looking at the lens of the camera, right? So to me, I'm looking at a camera. For the viewer, it can feel like I'm talking directly to you, because if you're looking at the screen, I'm now making eye contact with the screen, and the mind fills in the gaps.
And if you're used to acting on camera, you're not supposed to look at the camera, and they tell you don't look at the camera, so you have that habit of looking either past the camera or not at the camera, and you have to break that anyways.
She's right. Also, if you want to do an instructional thing and you want to show someone what you're doing on the camera, don't talk to the camera like it's a camera. Talk to the camera like it's your friend. So, to get around the whole, so then I'm going to take the foam and I'm going to apply glue to it, and then I'm going to glue the foam over the side. It works, but if you can go, all right, so Dan, what I want to do is I'm going to glue the foam on it, and I'm going to put the glue on the side and then lay it down. And as I'm smooshing it over, I'm making sure not to put any wrinkles into it. I'm making sure that it lines up in the sides that I want, because that's what works for me, Dan. So talk to somebody, even if they're not there. I used to talk to the cameraman who was behind the camera, so at least I felt like I was talking to a person, and I got into that habit. The other thing is don't get discouraged when you got low numbers, because we all get low numbers. So don't think that, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. No, you're not. We all get low numbers, so don't worry about that.
Nimblus, everyone who asks Odin to make props over and over again, just remember, he's making a list, checking it twice, making sure it fits his price. I like that. Wait, I'm learning to heal wants to know, what do you think of the She-Hulk series?
I haven't taken the time to watch it yet. I want to see it. I'm excited for it. I know it may not live up to the internet's expectations, and honestly, I don't care about the internet's expectations anymore. I want to see it. I just haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Right, I want to sit down and do it. I have not watched it yet. Your friend Waynard's telling you Pico.
Pico! I actually got to see Waynard. He dropped by on Saturday. We went and had dinner with our mutual friend Nick, who started the whole Pico thing. And so one of the things Waynard wanted me to let everyone know is Pico isn't just this weird greeting that you throw out, which is how he's using it. No, Nick used to use it when he'd walk in to make sure that he wasn't walking in on his roommates doing something he didn't want to see. So he'd open up the door, Pico, and
Marco.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that's
okay. So that's where it came from.
That's where it came from. Yeah.
I was like, well, pico de gallo.
Kind of, but
You got some like cilantro and tomatoes and onions there.
Hell yeah, we do.
JDO says talking to a wall is fun.
Hello, Wall.
Hello, Wall.
Everyone, this is my friend Wall.
Yes. Howdy, internet strangers. Or is it a wall? It's both.
It's both.
Ralph Mork says, I go on panels of some of my YouTube friends often. It's great fun most of the time. I get all excited if I get 100 plus views. Right?
Right?
It's like, I don't know 100 plus people. Shh.
Right? To be honest, I'm sure we'll go back and look over the status of this particular stream, and we won't have 100 concurrent viewers, which means at any given point of the past 3 hours, there wasn't 100 people at the same time watching.
That's okay.
So, yeah, that's okay. So don't worry about numbers.
Yeah. We appreciate all this interaction. Thank you.
For sure. And that's the big thing for me with is that I'm interacting, and I'm excited that I'm interacting with a worldwide audience. As someone who grew up looking at maps and looking at different countries in encyclopedias and books because there was no internet, it's really cool to me to get to talk to people who are from those places. So
that are across the world.
Thank you, Ralph.
Bando's Jet says, I was thinking of doing a live stream with me recreating my old Lego sets, but it would be quite noisy as I scrounge for parts.
Can be. You might
We're
want
totally like sanding and on live stream, so I'm not one to talk.
With the Lego stuff, I would highly recommend finding all the parts first. From experience of building a Lego set brand new out of the box, it takes a long time to get through it. So yeah, no, unless digging through the pieces is the part of your stream, I would have all the pieces ready to go before you even start building anything. And there's a number of resources online where you can find your the pieces you need if you don't have the part count already.
Yep.
But aside from that, run all the power tools.
Right. Darren, so Calvin says She-Hulk is really good, and Bernie Davis says, I love She-Hulk. It's so funny. The episode 3 credit tag is the best thing Marvel has ever done.
Oh, interesting.
You'll have to see that.
I will. I want to see it.
Right.
I'm behind. I haven't seen...
There's so many things to catch up on, but they all look good.
They do. I haven't finished Obi-Wan. I gotta watch the last episode.
This week's video yet. So.
I haven't done this week's video yet. I haven't watched She-Hulk. I haven't watched Shang-Chi at all. I fell asleep in the theaters during Eternals, which wasn't a dig on Eternals. I was just up way too late trying to get stuff done. And so I haven't rewatched that to see all the parts I missed. I saw like a 45-minute version of Eternals that didn't make a lot of sense. I haven't seen Venom with the Carnage. And so there's another Marvel movie that just came out I haven't seen.
I am super excited about Little Mermaid. I want to go see that IMAX 3, big screen.
Yeah.
Go all out. I don't care if there's a bunch of toddlers in the room. I'll be there. Get some sushi afterwards.
There
Is
you
that
go.
Sacrilege? No.
Only if it's mermaid sushi.
Well, we're fish eaters up here.
Yeah.
That looks so much nicer. It's the little things, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Because isn't that Sebastian singing this? I'm going to end up on the plate, right?
Unless you want to end up on the plate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. But otherwise, all the lovely innuendos in that song is great. It's always better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Delete.
Okay, so you did all of this, and we didn't say what you were doing, why you're doing, but it's okay.
We're gluing together the gun box. This is the gun box. This is the main thing that is the Neutrino one. This is the main body. There's a...
Like, you are here.
Okay.
Like, reading these to just cross them out, as satisfying as it would be, would take longer than what you just... Yeah. See, this is where you cut off that extra piece as you did that. It's all the way down here.
Oh, is it actually part of his instructions?
Yes. He tells you how to do it. It says glue piece 68 to 66 starting at the top edge. This is a bit of a non-standard seam because the edges of the pieces are not meeting at a 90-degree angle.
Yep.
Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. Just...
He's mashing and doing and mashing and...
So you already did the V-groove.
Yeah.
And... you covered it with the other piece.
Yep, there he goes cutting it. All right.
Okay, he says it's a good idea to turn up the heat on your glue gun when gluing large flat surfaces together. It gives more heat, more time to get everything together, and also allows you to smooth out glue that covers so you don't end up looking lumpy. We didn't use hot glue for that reason.
But I'm still looking lumpy. I'm lumpy. Well, the project's looking pretty good, though.
No, right? It's too legit to quit. Before gluing, if you know the sizes of the lights you're going to use. No, we do not.
We do not. We will order lights.
It would be a good idea to punch the holes.
Well, I did go ahead and punch the holes according to the sizes he had. And if I need to make something to...
bigger or little, or we can make it...
Well, yeah, exactly. It'll be easy to make a bigger hole. And if I need to make something to help...
You can make a plug, a cord,
something.
A
bezel,
a seal. We'll figure it out eventually. Okay. So, yeah, we're not going to know that first.
Nope, we don't know that.
Okay, the top front angled edge will have a slight overlap. You can turn the gun box upside down and follow the angle front of the box with your knife as you trim that edge. So you were supposed to trim that edge.
Yep.
You did it. Look at you. You did a whole page.
The whole page. Well, we talked about
and a half. Well,
Cookie Monsters.
British Cookie Monsters.
British Cookie Monsters. Biscuit Monsters.
Munchers.
Munchers. Nom nom nom.
Nommers. Something like that.
Well, they're delicious, so they're normal. They're noms, right? So, yeah.
Okay. And don't forget to turn down your glue gun after this step. So we finished all of step 5 today. This is ugly scratching out, but it's scratched out. Okay.
You want to share that? You want to share that with the kids?
They want to see my scribbles? Camera 4?
Camera 4.
We did all of this right here. This is all what we did. That part. We still have part 6 though. So Dan Does Junk thinks that these boxes look like funky cartoon droid heads with fancy red hair now. I think. Look at that.
They pretty much do.
Got little eyes, little mouth. And then Mickey Rat says kind of looks like a weird Polaroid instant camera right now.
And I'm okay with that too.
And I'm the dude says hi Odin and Felicia.
Oh,
hi,
hello,
the dude.
I'm the dude.
Ooh, you're bringing in the cool power tools.
Try.
Do you have a foot pedal?
I do not. I gave that to my co-host and she took it home.
I love it. Funny story, by the way. I was like, I want to do some drummeling, but I want to do it outside because I don't want to do any dust. And like, I pulled out my hot pink extension cord and figured it all out, how I could go and get all set up. And I pulled out my Dremel and I was like, going to plug it in, and I was like, it's battery operated. This was way easier than I made it out to be. But it was nice. I could just sit outside anywhere.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yep.
Alright.
What do you have?
What I want.
None of these kits have the ceramic things. That's what you're looking for.
These guys.
Those guys. I don't have those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want.
That one specifically. Yeah.
So what Felicia was asking me about are
Which one?
Two.
Two?
Are these guys. And I know that there's a lot of going on in the frame right now. But these are the stone grinding bits. These are slightly different than, say, the ones that are the sanding drums. This is the paper sanding drum that goes over the rubber one. This is very aggressive. This is not aggressive at all. This is good for like metal. But I like using these bits on foam because they give me a really smooth finish. And as tempting as it is for me to use the ones that are true cylinder, right? You got this hard edge. This is totally flat on the one side. It's totally flat on the one side. But I'm constantly catching this corner and digging into the foam and making marks, which
makes really good gashes.
Makes great little gashes. So this guy, which has got kind of a bullet tip to the end or a lipstick tip, it's still flat for most of it. It's still flat here, which is what I would like to use. But with having this curved edge, I greatly reduce the amount of scarring that I do using this one. So this is the bit I'm going to use to clean up the rough seams here, which probably don't look all that rough to you guys at home, but I'm going to go ahead and smooth this down. So that's what I'm going to do next.
Yes. And I don't have the ceramic ones in my kit at home, and it makes a difference.
It does. I've got that one that's dirty, so you should take those two, and then you take this one when I'm done.
Sweet. I'll bring them back.
Now just put them in your kit and keep them. Because we can get more of these. These are an expendable part.
You wear them out.
You wear them out, yeah. And it doesn't take long to wear them out either. You can, if you're using these with hot glue, these will warm up the hot glue, and then they'll be totally covered, and then it's a polishing wheel.
Sounds like experience.
Yeah, but it'll gum up with glue and stuff, and it's hard to avoid it because what we're working on. So it just happens. Wouldn't stress on it. Yeah. Ryobi will sell more of these at Home Depot and places. You can always buy the ones from Dremel because they're compatible, and you can get these grinding stone kits from like Harbor Freight Tools that are, yeah, cheap and still compatible. So
yes, Ralph Moore says I use the O's a lot on metal.
Yeah, totally. These are great for metal.
I'll pretend to be safe too.
Okay. And I'll pretend to use a battery so this thing will actually turn on.
It's okay. Safety third, right?
Yep. I'm going to set it to 20,000.
Yes. Soji Goro says, first time catching one of your streams. And it's hi, so welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Sorry I butchered your name, but welcome. Mickey Rat says, oh dang, you just solved a costume problem for me. I totally forgot I have one of those.
Oh, good.
Oh no, loud noises on stream. I'm sorry, people.
I'm sorry. I tried to boot. How bad is it?
I don't know. Fiona Liz says they like my safety glasses, so thank you.
Your safety glasses are very nice.
Bernie Davis wants to know how I can see through them. The same way you would see through your Spiderman ones.
Yeah.
There's holes in the net, but yeah. Oh, Dan Does Junk says, oh, I just found out the power's out in my neighborhood. I work in a different town, and there's a flash flood warning for later today. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's drought. It's like fire and drought, but never at the same.
Yeah, it is. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some friends that live up in Volcanoville. I'm really glad to hear that they're doing. It sounds like they're doing okay at their house, while threatened by the mosquito fire. Sounds like most of Volcanoville is going to be okay. So.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, huge knock on wood on that.
Yes. There it is, what it is, and it's just let us survive this
Right.
weather. Hi, Bruno. Sorry, we have power tools. You gotta chill out. No. All done. H7O Kulu wants to know, when did you make those?
Your goggles probably.
Yeah, my goggles. I'm trying to think.
Did you make them or are they vintage?
Yeah. No, they're from 2014.
Okay.
Maybe even sooner. They were for a Lady Gaga costume at the costume shop.
Okay.
And we used them for Decade's retirement party.
Right.
In the photo booth.
Okay. And that's how you ended up with them?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. They were just too much fun, so they just kind of floated around. But they were originally made as part of a Lady Gaga costume.
So nobody tell James we have his goggles.
No, he knows.
Okay.
He knows. Yeah. No, these were totally part of his party, and they just, yeah. I feel safe in these. Lone Bama guy says, you look like Geordi off Star Trek Next Gen.
Kinda. And she can see the same way. You're looking between them all, yeah.
Yeah. That's such a smooth, zen thing to do. Just get into grinding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I like to zone out. Hence why I was like trying to go outside and get a little spot all set up so that I could just get out and start dremeling.
Dremeling, yeah.
And
So.
yeah, I definitely
Zen
appreciate
regardless
having a battery operated one versus a plug one. I guess I'm just
yeah.
not used to being in the plug.
In the
free,
plug world.
The plug-free world, because my dad believes that, you know, he usually wants power tools to be powerful,
Yeah.
and he just needs it. If you plug it in directly, you get the better screwdriver. Anyways.
Well, he's not wrong. If you want to, if you're going to really go into like hogging something out, and you really need to grind something down, yeah, go get a battery. Go get a powered one that's got a plug. because the motor's just going to be stronger.
But my dad and I need power tools for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
He puts them to the test. He needs like the brands like DeWalt and he's very hard on things.
Yeah.
But he uses his tools. They get used. But
Yeah.
I need something a little more delicate, a little more.
We're using them for crafting purposes, so these are perfectly fine for what we're using them for.
And I like the portability, and I'm like, I don't want the crazy power because it's too much, and it's gonna just destroy my project, you know?
Destroy.
Just destroy it, so. Matthew Foxall says, are you not worried about the dust from the phone? Well, you're not doing that much.
Not doing that much. Am I worried about it? Yeah, but no. I'm just busy setting a bad example.
There's like the big dusty projects, and then yes, we do, but it's just a little seam.
Yeah.
But shh, don't do as we say.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
See nothing.
All right. So we're getting into needing to cut up PVC pipe and cutting out some pieces that actually I did the marks on the inside of the box, which makes it really hard to cut on the outside of the box. And this hole I could have cut with a laser because it would have gone straight through. This hole is on an angle, so I couldn't cut it with the laser because you want to cut it with angles that go straight through this way. So I'm actually going to need to
transfer those marks.
Transfer the marks, probably get a piece of paper.
Well, we have them printed out right here.
Okay.
We could put the piece of papers right here somewhere.
That's one of them.
There.
Yeah, that's it.
And we could use this piece of paper to line it up.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, I wasn't even going to bother cutting it out.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole sheet of paper. Here you go. Yeah, now it's all quiet now that I'm cutting.
Yeah, you're cutting. That's fine. I'll let you cut. We're getting on to the last couple minutes. H7 Polo says, sure, he does all this in front of us, but with all the distractions, the end product just seems like magic. Or is it just me?
We're performing witchcraft here. It is what it is.
Get a co-host.
Yes, it is time for the goodbyes.
It is. We're getting there.
So, here you go.
Yeah.
We have the paper template.
Excellent. Let me grab this and I will transfer the
markings.
The markings.
Groot Grusin saying, and another reason is that I live in Sweden, even if it was broadcast even here. I don't know what we're all talking about.
Groot's talking about the funeral for the Queen.
Oh yeah, the big news. You know, we're in post-apocalyptic. I feel like it's the next step. It's all that depressing news that you hear every day. It's like nothing surprised me anymore. I feel like Gremlins are coming next.
Good possibility.
Yeah. Anyways, we're still here. The Hunger Games are next week.
That's true. That's just next week. As soon as we're done burning down the hillsides.
Yeah, there's that flood first and then the famine. And yeah, we're in it.
And then Ming will bring the fire hail. Right, they didn't televise the Queen's funeral here either, but the majority of the flags that I see are all half-mast, which is nice. So, you know, there's the idea in the States is that you fly the American flag at half-mast as a thing of respect for someone who's passed away. And I'm seeing all the flags over here at half-mast. So, you know, it's a simple little gesture, but it's neat that most everyone is doing it. So.
Yes, solidarity. Now you gotta make the crown.
Yeah.
Make a crown.
I'll make a Burger King crown.
I've done that before.
Oh yeah.
I've used that template so many times.
I'm sure.
I appreciate the Burger King people. I always go through there going, can I have a crown? I know I'm a grown woman, but I want a crown. I am the Burger Queen. It makes me feel better. Yes, it is that time, isn't it, Ionolith? It's about time. We still have 5 minutes. I'm going to let you finish this one spot so we don't have to do it next week.
Cut up after installation.
Yes. Bernie Davis. Almost time for the Lawrence Welk goodbye song. Aw. So, people are feeling a little bit sad about the whole situation.
Well, yeah, she's...
It reminds us of all of our own mortality, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Don't worry, we're all judging you.
You should be. I'm realizing that I made a bunch of cuts and grinding to the top, so I can't line it up to the top because it's not going to fit right.
Yes, but your bottom's at least right, and...
Well, I sure am glad my bottom's right.
It's all we can ask for, right?
Yep, at least I got that together.
You did that already. There's a bar graph. I didn't look at all the pieces.
Yeah, there's a bar graph for that's what goes in the in this hole here.
Okay.
This little hole gets a bar graph in it.
This is our next project we're doing.
Yep.
Eventually. Ooh, where did these stars come from? What are they for?
Those stars are left over from Lee's cake topper. So those are actually black acrylic stars. I got to cut some acrylic plastic with the laser cutter, which is a first for me.
Oh.
And then, it totally works, but it was just neat because it took. It wasn't that intricate of a design. It was a TARDIS swirling through a
Galaxy.
a spiral, and there were stars in the spiral, and it just said it's about time, and that was neat because it worked, and
I like the theme.
It took a moment to figure out parameters, figure out how I want to set the lasers. The laser will cut the acrylic without melting it, or actually cut all the way through. But once we did that, this piece ended up being about so big that was a spiral and had all these little things. It took it like 18 minutes to cut out. And Lee brought a second piece of acrylic in case something went wrong. It's like, want me to cut the other one? So you've got a spare. Because the last thing you want to do is, I've got this specialized part, and then you drop it. So, here, have a second one.
So I don't lose a pattern piece.
Awesome.
Because I know as soon as I throw it away, we will reference it.
Yes.
It's just the rule,
It is.
I throw away one of these dots. Oh, that's the dot we needed.
Totally the dot we needed.
Doesn't it happen to you? Every time I clean up, I'm never going to need this. I have had this for years. I have not used it. As soon as I get rid of it, daddammit!
Right?
That was what it was waiting for. That was the project.
That's why it caught my attention. It's like, hey, I'm coming up. I'm going to throw it away.
Yep.
But of course, the problem is, if you don't, you're hoarding.
Aw, Iana says, my heart goes out to everyone in England. Stay strong, hugs. More than just England.
Yeah.
You got, isn't she still technically the Queen of Canada and Australia and...
I don't know if she's the queen of, but
there's some
territories.
technicalities.
So the fun thing that's happening now is her likeness on all this currency worldwide. Yeah.
It's getting switched over.
Yeah, it all has to move
Got
over to
some
being Prince
collector
Charles or King
items.
Charles. Yeah.
Yeah. Darren Calvin says, glad I was able to catch the stream. I was just distracted enough that I didn't get frustrated working on Chloe's spider suit.
Oh, good.
Right?
Well, I'm glad you got to catch it, Darren.
Yep. Wait, I'm learning to hear. Says, it's flood, it's famine, gremlins, zombies, and Hunger Games. LOL. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Post-pandemic-y. I don't know.
Post-pandemic-y.
Nothing surprises me after, 2020. You remember when there were, murder hornets were a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And they came out with special suits to deal with murder hornets.
So, nothing's surprising me at this point. I'm a little calloused and a little like, oh, yeah, oh, that happened? Okay.
All
Just
right.
going with the punches at this point.
Oh, is that what we're doing this week? All right.
Can we go back to Murder Hornet? No.
Yeah. Murder hornets just seem like they're less of... Like the joke from the other day, so quicksand seems like it was going to be a much bigger problem in life than it turns out to be.
Mm-hmm. I've never encountered it myself.
No.
I've tried to. No. Dan Does Junk says the box reminds me of a new little emote I learned. Oh, look at the little emoji. It does look like the box.
Okay.
Because it has a little circle on it. It's waiting. Anyways.
Cool.
They can't see, but I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Yanalys has encountered quicksand. Deadly stuff.
All right.
I heard you're supposed to float and kick your legs up.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. May I have the box?
No.
Thank you.
Not at all. So why did you Sharpie it? No, you didn't Sharpie it.
I didn't Sharpie it. No, that's the... Oh, that I Sharpied because I wanted to know where to put the glue.
Okay. Yes.
And I didn't Sharpie it. I use the Ryobi permanent marker pen. This is not a Sharpie pen. It's a permanent marker pen, and this is an oil-based pen. Anyway. Actually, it's cool that it's oil-based because it doesn't melt under spray paint. Sharpie and the Milwaukee Marksall and a bunch of others of that type are all an alcohol-based ink. So rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer will take the ink off, which is great. But a clear coat of spray paint will make the paint run as well. This is an oil-based ink, which sounds scary, but it's not. Cutting oil for like tapping and drilling, that made this ink float off, but alcohol doesn't. And so this is the pen that we used for putting all the black details onto Jinx's gun last year for Jinx's arcane gun. And when it came time to clear coat it, I wasn't in the room. Joe's just going for it. And I come back in, it's like, oh God, oh wait, it's not floating. And it worked. And Joe had no idea. So it was nice. It was a happy accident.
Right? We found out that it doesn't have that problem. Although I discovered in my Sharpies, 2, not just 1, but 2 industrial strength ones that aren't supposed to come off in extreme heat and corrosive environments, and those Sharpies scare the heck out of me because I just don't have that kind of commitment. I have commitment issues. Like, there's nothing that needs to be that permanent in Sharpie, in my opinion. Like, I'm like a little scared to use those, and then I was like, I thought I put this out of the way, and there were 2 of them, and I'm like, I don't even remember buying one. But yes.
Well, thank you very much for committing to doing a stream every week until October if you've got commitment issues.
It's just till October. It's not permanent.
All right, fair enough. So I've got the cutout installation holes cut out. So all these holes are sized to fit 3/4 inch PVC.
It's not
right. So there's a bit that fits through, and then there's a bit that fits straight in this way. So this hole's actually got kind of a weird biscuit cut to it that goes in. So we've got the primary gun boxes made, gun box housings made today.
Yeah.
We got to talk about a couple of damn things early on in the. I went to a place that holds water, a dam. Early on in the video, we answered some questions about seam rippers and fixing
Trim on fabric.
on a tunic. Yep.
Yeah, on a tunic specifically.
Yeah. What else do you remember?
Well, we glued some pieces together. But I don't know, we did stuff. We got through the stream. It's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock. It's time for lunch. And I'm super excited about this whole lunch thing. How about you?
I'm ready for lunch.
Yeah. Well, it is 2 o'clock, and I know Felicia needs to run, so we do need to end it at 2 o'clock and not let it drag on until 2:20 like we used to. Although it's 2:05. I'm sorry. Shit, I just looked. So thank you all. I will be back next week. If I can, I'll have a guest come by and help me. Felicia will not be here next week. She's going to be traveling. She'll be in the air. But,
yeah, but if you want to check me out on my channel, I will be going live for a short time on Wednesday at 4:30 to just chit-chat about Halloween costumes and answer any weird questions you guys have regarding costume topics.
Awesome.
So
So I know there's going to be lots of different ways that you can interact with your fans worldwide, talk about random stuff, glue things together, and somehow not cut your fingers with an X-Acto knife. But this is how Felicia makes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bruno. Appreciate the help.
Yeah. And Toby. He's
And
holding
Toby.
the place down, making sure that the carpet doesn't fly out.
Also, Nip says goodbye. Mickey Rat's got a goodbye. H7 Polo's got a goodbye. Wayner says ciao. Yolanda says goodbye. Are we going to do anything for Halloween this year? Maybe. Hard to say. But the most important thing is... There's the button. Goodbye, everyone.